It's Tingle and Co. It's Tingle and Co. Come keep with the show. It's a new era. Let's get it, let's go. It's Tingle and Co. What up, Lloyd? What up, Lloyd? You can call me him. I'm Shay Dixon in the whip with them RPMs. Gotta pull up to the chat and shit out to them. Not trying to ball like Big Four, then get out the gym. Monday through Friday. When you see that notification, we about to go live. Hit this track and do you dance like you Karen Lacey. Run it back to time, Matthew to the house, baby. It's Tingle and Co. Come keep with the show. It's a new era. Let's get it, let's go. It's Tingle and Co. It's Tingle and Co. Come keep with the show. It's a new era. Let's get it, let's go. It's Tingle and Co. What up, Lloyd? What up, Lloyd? You can call me him. I'm Shay Dixon in the whip with them RPMs. Gotta pull up to the chat and shit out to them. Not trying to ball like Big Four, then get out the gym. Monday through Friday. When you see that notification, we about to go live. Hit this track and do you dance like you Karen Lacey. Run it back to time, Matthew to the house, baby. It's Tingle and Co. Come keep with the show. It's a new era. Let's get it, let's go. It's Tingle and Co. It's Tingle and Co. Come keep with the show. It's a new era. Let's get it, let's go. It's Tingle and Co. What up, Lloyd? What up, Lloyd? You can call me him. I'm Shay Dixon in the whip with them RPMs. Gotta pull up to the chat and shit out to them. Not trying to ball like Big Four, then get out the gym. Monday through Friday. When you see that notification, we about to go live. Hit this track and do you dance like you Karen Lacey. Run it back to time, Matthew to the house, baby. It's Tingle and Co. Come keep with the show. It's a new era. Let's get it, let's go. It's Tingle and Co. It's Tingle and Co. Come keep with the show. It's a new era. Let's get it, let's go. It's Tingle and Co. What up, Lloyd? What up, Lloyd? You can call me him. I'm Shay Dixon in the whip with them RPMs. Gotta pull up to the chat and shit out to them. Not trying to ball like Big Four, then get out the gym. Monday through Friday. When you see that notification, we about to go live. Hit this track and do you dance like you Karen Lacey. Run it back to time, Matthew to the house, baby. It's Tingle and Co. Come keep with the show. It's a new era. Let's get it, let's go. It's Tingle and Co.
All right, good morning and welcome in here on this Friday morning as we close out the week. Billy Young in the chat, it's Friday. It's Friday up in this hoe. God bless.
Ho.
Amen.
I think you meant to say Big Foe.
Big foe.
Big foe.
Shout out. Good morning to all of you. We appreciate you starting your morning with us here as we are live from Southern Regional Medical Center here in Baton Rouge. Shout out to Charles Harvey, Jason Ramazan, BJ, Kevin, the whole team here at Southern Regional as they house our show every single day They take really good care of us, and we are very appreciative of them and allowing us to do the show here. But good morning, as we've got a stacked studio this morning. Lloyd, myself, we've got the line of idiots here on the wall from Poji, Christian, Wyatt. No, 140 right here.
Apparently.
140.
25 for 25. 7 minutes and 37 seconds.
Take the test enough, I'll get them all right.
It was my second time taking the test.
There you go. But see, but that's high IQ.
And that's how I was
Exactly.
You figured it out. But good morning.
make a new account.
Appreciate you guys getting in here this morning. Appreciate everybody
Keishon
watching
Booty
with
2.
us. Not Keishon Booty 1. That one's gone now.
LSU fan.
But we appreciate all of you, and we are brought to you by our friends over at FanDuel every single day. Shout out to FanDuel Sportsbook. Make sure you download the app, the FanDuel Sportsbook app, or go to their website so you can continue to tail the Tingle and Co. pick of the day that's live in our Discord every single day. Continue to make money when it does cash. It's not as hot now as it was at first, but still, if you've been following it since day one, you would have made more money than you've lost. So make sure you continue to stay active there, and shout out to our friends at FanDuel for making it possible. But good morning to all of you as we are live here on this Friday morning, getting ready for some LSU baseball this evening and this weekend as they play Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, day off, Wednesday. They got 5 games in the next 6 days, so there will be plenty of LSU baseball to go around, and we will talk about that with John Eads at 9 a.m. this morning, as he'll join us to talk some LSU baseball ahead of the big weekend after the tough loss on Tuesday. However, I do want to start here, and it's a bit of a sad note, but it came out yesterday. Former LSU Tiger Devontae Lee had passed away. He had a battle with cancer that it had been up and down. I think it started in 22. He's declared cancer-free, and he gets back with the La Tech football team in 24, but ultimately has passed away at the age of 27. LSU football put out their tweet, says the LSU football family mourns the loss of former Tiger Devontae Lee. Our thoughts were with his family, friends, and teammates. Obviously, if you remember, he was on that 2019 LSU team that won the national championship. He actually took a good number of snaps that season, but played the years after before transferring to Louisiana Tech, but was an absolute stud in high school. If y'all don't remember Devontae Lee and his time at Amite High School, where they won a state championship, I felt like he was, if I remember correctly, he was dominant on both sides of the football back in high school. And obviously, I think I included one of the plays. It's the one with Power Hour underneath. But yeah, as a senior at Amite High School, he scored 22 touchdowns. He caught 42 passes, and on the other side of the ball, he had 7 interceptions. Just one of those guys in Louisiana high school football history that just dominated on both sides of the ball. And it was very, very sad to hear yesterday this announcement that Devontae Lee had passed. Here's one of the plays in the dome. Just go up and get it. So obviously, our thoughts, our prayers are with his teammates, both from growing up here in Louisiana and Amite to LSU to Louisiana Tech, and of course his family and friends. Our prayers are with them as well, as it was very, very sad news to hear yesterday. So continue to pray for them, as like we said, it was very, very sad to hear. Yesterday, LSU women's basketball had a matchup last night with Tennessee as they dominated on their way to closing out the home season. And I think they lost 2 home games. They lost to South Carolina and Kentucky at home this season. Those being their 2 home losses as they close out their home schedule last night with a win over Tennessee, 89-73. The Tigers in the Golds take down the Volunteers on senior night, and it was a cool one, obviously, because it was the senior night of an LSU legend in Flau'jae Johnson. And like many LSU legends have done over the last handful of years, she had a specially designed jersey. And you would think about it, right? With Burrow, you had the O sound at the end of his name, so that made it easy. I believe Anissa Morrow last year as well, she had the same jersey. She also has the OW at the end of her name. And so you look at Flau'jae Johnson's name, you're like, how are they going to work EAUX into Flau'jae Johnson? Well, she also has her alternate personality on the court, and that's Big Foe. And so she throws on the jersey that says Foe, and I thought this was awesome. I was surprised she played in it. And I know we talked about that a little bit this morning because, like, Burrow came out in that jersey and then pops it off and puts the normal jersey back on. And then last night, Big Foe played in the Big Foe jersey. She played in this jersey for the game. It was not just a aesthetic thing. She did not just have that on and then swap into a Johnson jersey. It was a faux jersey for the entire game. As the Tigers got a big win. It's always awesome to see, especially kind of similar to Burrow, someone that's not from here, come to Louisiana, really embrace and become a part of Louisiana. Yes, assimilate and become loved by Louisiana, and that's usually a nice homage to the state, to the university, when they throw the EAUX on the back of that jersey. And it worked out last night as LSU gets a big win over Tennessee, who was battling in the first half of that game. I mean, it was close at halftime. I believe Tennessee was winning after the end of the first quarter. They were neck and neck right at halftime, but then LSU, as they find a way to do a lot of times, dominates that second half to get a victory over the Volunteers, led by I believe Michaela Williams had 20 and 10. Yeah, 20, 10, and 5. Flau'jae Johnson scores 10 points. Zakiah 14 and 8. Jada had 9 points. And Malaysia had a heck of a game off the bench as she scores 18, 6 boards. It was a good win for the Tigers last night as they'll close out the season against Mississippi State, I believe, is their next matchup. And it's also, and this deserves 2 claps, Kim Mulkey with last night's win is the first coach in women's basketball history, I believe, to win in their first 5 seasons at a program, in SEC history. In their first 5 seasons with a team, win 25 games in all of them. Since she has arrived in Baton Rouge, she has won 25-plus games in all 5 of those seasons. And she hits that mark again last night with a big victory. So for Kim Mulkey, the LSU legend, 2 claps. Ready. She's come back to Baton Rouge, come to LSU, and absolutely changed this program for the better. There's a nice quote from Flau'jae Johnson last night. It's in there as let's get this thing started, where after the game they came up and asked her about the cherry on top of her LSU career in the past 4 years to this point. She had a nice little get you fired up and get you ready for what's happening next month as March Madness is about to get kicked off. LSU should be one of those 4 2 seeds. We'll see which side of the bracket they end up on, but it should be a special month of March for LSU women's basketball, as it has been for the last 4 seasons under Kim Mulkey and Flau'jae Johnson as well in her career. But here is Flau'jae answering that question and getting you all fired up for March Madness.
Walk out onto the court for your introduction tonight, and this place goes crazy. What has the love meant to you?
It's meant a lot to me. We have the best fans in the world. Just love being here at the PMAC. Thank you for everybody that came out and represented and threw a floor today, so I'm just excited to be able to put on this jersey.
I know that you've got games ahead and you will be back on this court. What does this win mean to kind of set the tone for March Madness and get a double bye in the SEC tournament?
I mean a lot, just going into the tournament, getting that double bye and being able to rest our legs a little bit. We're going to have 3 hard games. You know, the SEC is a crazy league, so we just got to go and be prepared. But it's time for March. This is my favorite part of the year.
Your family's here. What do you hope your legacy will be leaving the LSU uniform behind?
You know, just impacting people, not just on the court, but off the court. I feel like off the court, you can inspire so many people, and I hope I did that at LSU.
Thank you so much. Day, you walk in.
A special career at LSU. She's about to close out her senior regular season and get ready for a fun run in March Madness. Super excited about what is next there for Flau'jae Johnson. But like I said, LSU Baseball gets their 5-game slate in 6 days started tonight. As this weekend they will face Dartmouth and Northeastern, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, alternating, and then on Wednesday they travel on the road to Lafayette to face the Cajuns, then who I believe the other night got a big win over Kansas State in walk-off fashion. So tonight against Dartmouth, LSU Baseball back in Alec Box. It is always good to have some LSU Baseball in your schedule. And it was also very good to hear that Cade Arambidi is expected to be good to go this weekend. John Eads was at the press conference yesterday. He'll join us today. But he put out the post yesterday. Jay Johnson updated Cade Arambidi's status and said, yeah, he's fine. I fully expect him to play this weekend, which is good news. Good news, because there was a little bit of concern, right, with the injury, and he came out of the game on Tuesday. And we've talked so much about how important he is. And Jason Armstrong talked about it yesterday. Lloyd, what was your reaction when you saw this announcement that Arambidi was going to be good to go?
It says this weekend doesn't necessarily mean Friday, which is fine with me.
That's fine by me as well.
But, I mean, I think we've learned to decode some of this cryptext that is Jay Johnson, where it's you got your answer. It doesn't mean it's exactly your answer. So I don't know if you expect to see him. You could see him tonight.
It is a transparent answer while also being a vague answer.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I'd imagine they'll go and do some whatever it takes for them to do testing and see if he's ready to go on Friday. If it's not Friday, it could be Saturday. If it's not Saturday, it could be Sunday. All of which are a part of the weekend.
Yeah. So, I mean, we'll see.
We'll see.
We'll see which part of the weekend.
You have a guy like you have Omar Cerna, and
of
you're
course
going up against. And I think a part of the frustrating thing for Jay is he takes a lot of pride in his scheduling, and you have two teams that you scheduled before the year that you expected to maybe be a little bit better than what they are. And so now it becomes, we are playing a lot of baseball in a very few amount of days. And now you've had Chris Stanfield go down, you have Arambidi go down, and he was doing this for the RPI because that's what he looks at, because you're in the SEC, so it makes it extremely difficult to, you want to be able to have like a little bit of a backstop in these scenarios every year. And I think he was hoping that they would come out the gates a little bit hotter, not be 0-5 and then get a weekend canceled. They've only played 3 games, I believe. So I think that's a little frustrating. So, but Arambidi being available, very good.
Always good news.
Could be
Always
worse.
good news. Definitely could be much worse. And like you said, I mean, this was supposed to be an RPI weekend. Maybe he's not shaping up to be that, like you said, with North.
They can get hot later.
Yeah, I mean, you never know what the future has in store. Like LSU women's basketball beats Duke. Well, Duke was like 9-7 when they played, was not very good, and then wins 11 straight games in the ACC and becomes a top 10 team. So you don't know what the future holds. So maybe not a big RPI weekend, but it will be a good opportunity for the Tigers to respond after a tough loss on Tuesday. We talked a good bit about that loss to McNeese last Tuesday night and some of the things that stood out. But yesterday was the first time you heard from Jay Johnson talking about Tuesday and kind of what he learned from that loss. And this weekend, like I said, is a good opportunity to really see the response that this team has, but also kind of the things Jay Johnson saw. Okay, well, now how do you adjust to those things and the plan going into this weekend? So here is Jay Johnson and what he learned this past Tuesday.
Of where we can put them to be successful. So I guess the answer to that is yes. I think greater understanding of where we can put them to be successful. So I guess the answer to that is yes. I think this is a different team. It's a different team than last year's team, different team than the teams that we've had. And I don't mean that positively or negatively in saying that. I think I really want to line them up to be successful. Like, we do pitching differently. I mean, fortunately last year we didn't have to, but we kind of did, with Sunday and Tuesday. I think there's a lot of guys that can be successful. When I think about pitching, I want to look down at a bunch of guys' stats and go, like, we use them exactly how we should. Like, just look at these numbers. And there's more, it may look different than anybody else's stat lines in the country because we may use a few more guys, but that's good recruiting helps you do that, and it, hopefully elevates them with some internal competition to want to get the ball. And I learned a good deal on Tuesday. I hate doing it in losses, and we've done a really good job here of protecting that. We did it on Tuesday.
There's Jay talking about this past Tuesday and kind of what he learned. I think it was a really good learning opportunity, especially for the bullpen, like you said. I mean, that was where the issues arose, was with pitching, giving up 11 free passes and making mistakes, losing the game, right? Doing things that lose the game, and it started on the mound. And so we'll be interesting to see kind of the direction they go bullpen-wise, because I still think there is so much depth. And that's what you saw. I mean, they threw 10 guys on Tuesday. There's just so many pieces, and obviously guys that they didn't use that they have at their disposal. And when you have a stretch like you're about to have, where you play 5 games in 6 days, you're gonna need arms, right? You're gonna have your 3 starters Friday through Sunday, and then you've got you've got Monday and Wednesday to also think about in the way they operate there. It's similar to the first week of the season. They go Milwaukee on the weekend, Kent State on a Monday, Nichols on a Wednesday. You saw Newt start on that Monday and Cowan start on that Wednesday. So we'll see where they go this weekend. But it'll be a good test for the bullpen, because I think the offense bounces back. And the thing is, they scored 6 runs on Tuesday. So it's not like they had this just abysmal night where they were anemic and couldn't get across the plate and couldn't capitalize on things. They still scratched across 6 runs in what was an off night. When Dardar goes for 4, Jake Brown's 1 for 5, and you didn't perform up to the level you had been throughout the start of the year, you still scored 6 runs. And so I don't think there's too much concern there, and I think with the maturity that they have in that lineup, the experience that they have as well, I don't think there's any concern or doubt about that bouncing back. I think everyone's eyes are going to be on the mound and the bullpen.
Well, yeah, especially he called it, I guess after the loss on Tuesday, he called it that was elementary baseball, which is elementary. Yeah, not complimentary. The opposite.
Yeah.
Yes. Where it becomes, this is an elementary way to lose. Like, it's not very hard for anybody to watch that game and see how'd you lose. It's elementary. We walked more people. We hit more people. We didn't score with runners and scoring. Like, this is an easy way to lose a baseball game. And to your point, to play that way, still scratch across 6 when you're big dogs, everybody aside from York,
right,
kind of underperformed in that spot. And, you have one guy, or you have one situation in which you have a leadoff runner get on base and score when you did it 4 times and it only happens once. Like, that's usually a recipe for success. So when you do those things and it doesn't bear any fruit, that's elementary baseball. Get a man on, move him over. You should get 1 an inning. That's what I was always taught, is if you get the leadoff man on, that's a run. And not being able to do that, elementary baseball, what they've been able to do is see a bunch of pitches, draw a bunch of walks, get pressure, double,
right,
and then you put up a crooked number. You didn't see that on Tuesday, and the way that this team is built, that's their recipe for success.
And that the last swing of the game with Dardar flying out to the warning track, that's leaving in the postseason. That ball is off the wall in the postseason. So. Yeah,
no, I mean, and it's our fault we weren't in the stands.
I wholeheartedly believe that.
He was expecting to see us in Section 217, and those seats were empty.
Yeah, and then Noah canceled on me.
Yeah, that's fine. That's on me.
Exactly how that went.
That's exactly how it happened. He did see Poggi, though, raking some dirt.
So Poggi got him to the warning track.
Yes.
He needed the rest of us to get into the stands.
And the weather. Bad weather.
The offense,
not baseball weather.
I still think they showed pretty much what they've been all season. You had one 3-inning stretch that Jay talked about where you really struggled against one specific pitcher, which that's baseball. That's going to happen. You're not seeing him well. And then outside of that, you continued to put up really good at bat, and scratching across runs almost every inning. You just never got that big inning that you've gotten every single game pretty much up to this point, like Nebraska, where you put up a 9 spot in the 8th or whatever it was. You just never had that. You would get 1 and then leave 2 men on board, right? It is what it is. It's just you had that little 3-inning stretch and you never got the big inning in, and you walked too many guys to win that game.
Yeah, and they almost still did.
They almost did.
They almost still pulled it off
5 feet away
at the end, but they don't. They dropped their first game of the year, and that was the conversation before we talked to Mikey on Monday.
4 guys away.
Yeah, they were. We talked to Mikey on Monday, and he said, things aren't always going to go right, even though at that moment on Monday it felt like everything was going right until Tuesday night, and that's when you saw baseball. It's going to happen. Jacques talked about it on Wednesday. He combined and averaged out all the records of the national championship teams in LSU history, 54-16. That means so you could be the best team in the country, you're still going to lose 16 games, right? Last season, Northwestern State came into Alec Box Stadium and a run ruled the Tigers, 13-3.
Still got 3 across.
LSU loses that game in the midweek in the latter end of the season. And then what they do at the end? I feel like they won the whole thing. Right? They lose to Nichols in 23. That's the best collection of talent I've ever seen in my life on a baseball field.
God, do you imagine the Nichols people on that team are still
right?
The fish fry and the beers that they're having, beat that team. Paul Skeens.
We were talking.
Didn't play him, but
I was talking yesterday to the same.
Got him to roll over one.
To that same point. I stopped by and I was talking to one of the basketball player's dads who has an older brother who's friends with Jacob LeBlanc, the pitcher at Northwestern. He was there last year. And he was talking about – because they asked me about the midweek game. I was like, look, it's a midweek game. Those things are going to happen. It's not the big deal. And I was like, y'all remember the Northwestern State game last year? He was like, yeah, Jacob was walking on air after that game because he didn't even pitch. He was like, they're just on this team. And he was like, they were talking crazy. They were running around. I was like, because that for kids at Northwestern State and ULL and Nichols and McNeese and Southeastern, that is the biggest game of their life. Because now, I was like, Jacob, who didn't even pitch in that game, when he has kids, he's going to be like, your dad pitched a shutout game against LSU in 2025. And then when he has grandkids, he's going to be like, no, he went head-to-head with Kate Anderson, Paul Skeens, same game, and took him down. That's
beat both of them.
It's one of those things that you're just going to be able to talk about for the rest of your life. No offense to Jacob.
He's taking his kids to LSU games 20 years from now. See that 2025?
Beat them.
Beat them.
You know what I mean?
Could have been.
Those things are going to happen. Yep. Those guys at McNeese, did you see their face after the game?
They stormed the field.
When they when Dardar's ball falls right in the glove, they all hit the Tommy White.
It was insane. I'm running onto the field to go to the
crowd
bullpens,
control.
just to go to the because we have to. I'm trying to get out of there, so I'm going straight to the bullpens, and it's like they're doing the whole thing on the field, jumping up and down. They get done with their handshake line. They go over to their dugout, and all their fans are going crazy, jumping up.
Lap.
Yeah, look, it's what it is. It's the midweek game. You're the big school in Louisiana. Those little puppies are trying to beat the big dog.
They all dreamed of being in that uniform. Mm-hmm. Everyone does. That's the dream, and it doesn't always pan out. But you can still get in Alec Box. You can get a victory like they did, and credit to them. They capitalize on mistakes. They got free passes. They capitalized on them, and they were able to score runs. They put up 4 in the second and 3 in the fourth, and nothing else for the remainder of the game, and it was enough. And they got a win, so credit to them. But it's a good opportunity for LSU baseball to turn it around, get right, and bounce back this weekend. As like I said, they've got 5 games in 6 days. I forget every year how just grueling the start of this is. Not grueling, because it's fun for us, but it's nonstop. It was 5 games in 6 days to open the season. Then you go on the road to Jacksonville. You get 1 day off. You've got another game on a Tuesday. Then you get 2 days off, and it's 5 games in 6 days again.
It's almost like baseball hazing. Who's going to be able to be? Who's the like you said, big dog. Like, who's going to be the guy that, like, who still likes this?
Yeah.
Like, you thought it was fun to drink every day of the week until you have to drink every day of the week. And then it's like, all right, who's still standing here? Who can I count on? Essentially, and that's what he's doing.
Yeah.
It's fun, like, who's reliable, who's not, who steps up in the situations I put them in, because there's only one way to figure that out. And it doesn't matter who you're playing against. The situation's the situation, because you'll find yourself inevitably in close ball games. The more you play, it's just going to happen.
Right.
And then you start finding people, and you're able to do that even now with Devin Sheeran, where you see everybody is already, and even Gavin Guidry to an extent of, okay, they've come in big situations because games have been close, and you expect the LSU offense at some point during a baseball game to put up that big number, but even when, and that's why Jay was surprised a little bit to see them almost turtle, and that those 2 innings, like whenever he had to rally the troops a bit, it's like, boys, it's okay if we drop a game, but don't act like this.
Right.
Like, don't be surprised when you're in these situations. You've already gotten out of these situations, and that's a little bit of fatigue, a little bit of playing almost too much, but that's why you do it, to see when you get to Omaha, when you get to a regional, super regional, it's set up like this.
Yeah.
You're playing baseball, and it's how many arms do I have? How many people can I count on? You're auditioning for something that you don't even know. You might not know what you're auditioning for.
Right.
But you better take it seriously.
Because Jay knows.
Yeah, that's what they better. I mean, I'd imagine they know.
I mean, look at the 2 national championship seasons, right? 2023, they fly
Played
through
every game you could.
They fly through the regional, they fly through the super. Then you get to Omaha, you win your first game, then you lose one. And now you've got to battle back. You've got to go win another one, then you got to beat that team twice, and then you play a 3-game series at the end. Like you had to play a lot of baseball games at the first.
What you made of? Ty Floyd, what you made of?
Right. Nate Ackenhausen, what you
Paul
got?
Skeens ain't walking through that
Griffin
door.
Herring, what can you do? Like it's
Javen Coleman.
Right. Like
Start the game.
It's not halfway. Right? I mean, they play all these games. Then last season, right, they fly through the supers and Omaha. I guess you could say fly through. Still had to use some important arms. But then you look at the regional. Drop a game to Little Rock, and now you've got a winner go home at the end.
Tight butthole.
And
you're down 5-1.
And it started rocky. And you got to battle back, and all of these things play a factor in that. So it's going to be exciting to see how they bounce back this weekend. As like we said, they've got 5 games in 6 days. Northeastern, Dartmouth, and UL Lafayette. One of the guys that has stood out over the start of the season, especially from the bullpen, who I'm always excited to see trot out there onto the mound, is Big Devin Sheeran, who also met with the media yesterday, and he talked about his fastball, which now has a nickname. It has been dubbed the Booger Ball, as from the guys on the team. And Devin Sheeran, John Eads, shout out to John Eads, got this clip out of Sheeran talking about said Booger Ball. And the fact that it's just nobody's been able to hit it just yet.
Yeah, they say the booger ball. They've been saying that. So, hey man, whatever works. So, they've been yeah, that's a good one. They came up with that saying said they can't hit the booger ball. So, don't quote me on that one. No, it's just a fastball. That's all it is. It's just a fastball. Yeah, they say the booger ball. They've been saying that. So, hey man, whatever works. So, they've been yeah, that's a good one. They came up with that saying said they can't hit the booger ball. So, don't quote me on that one. No, it's just a fastball. That's all it is. It's just a fastball.
It's just a fastball. It's the Booger Ball, but it's just a fastball.
Who do you think called it that?
I don't know who came up
That's
with
a
Booger
good
Ball.
question.
I mean,
there's a handful of.
It's got to be Jake Brown.
That's
There's the Jake
Booger
Brown,
Ball.
John
Yeah.
Pearson
combo.
brain trust that they've got over
Yeah.
there. The Booger Ball, it's just a fastball. The Booger Ball. Look, Devin Sheeran is electricity on the mound when he trots out
Booger
there and he
Ball.
starts throwing the Booger Ball. So excited to see when he gets in there this weekend.
if you hit it,
if they can hit the Booger Ball.
If you hit it, you can name it.
And ain't nobody hit it yet.
No,
So
named it.
shout out to Devin Sheeran and the Booger Ball and whoever came up with the nickname. Obviously, there might be some culprits, you could think with the personalities on this team. Maybe Zach York.
That was sneaky
Could
pick.
be York.
Jake Brown, John Pearson, Zach York, some of your loud personalities there.
How about Caraway? Caraway's been doing the pregame huddle hype.
Really?
He did the last one against McNeese.
Have they switched it up?
See, that's what I've been trying to figure out. I've seen him do 2.
Okay.
So I need to see.
Which games is he did?
He did McNeese and then Kent State.
Kent State.
Oh, Kent State, big one.
Kent State was a good win.
1 for 1. I mean,
1 for 2.
1 for 2.
1 and 1.
1 and 1 is what I meant to say.
Who else has done
That's
the only ones you've seen?
TBD.
Those are those are the only ones that I've.
TBD.
So I don't really know, but he seems like the quiet psycho. No, I'm
Caraway.
Caraway.
No, there's just another one, right? He said 2.
No. Well, no. I've seen
games.
2 games.
Same guy.
Okay.
Same guy.
Oh, I'm surprised.
He's not an active listener.
Well, I wasn't listening. I was trying to get 1 for 2 or 1 and 1.
Yeah, doing math.
I was like
50%.
I was like 1 for 2. Wait, okay, yeah, that's right. But no, I was thinking Gavin Guidry might do it.
Yeah,
I would
no.
think- I would, that would be my first guess.
Jake
Him or
Brown?
Jake Brown, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
On a little bit about LSU football before John Eads gets in here at 9 a.m. to talk some more baseball, get you ready for this weekend. David Pollock put out his top game changer OCs in 2026, and says these college football offensive coordinators are about to take their programs to the moon. And you look at the top of the list there. First off, just look at the list in general. There's a lot to really dissect about this top 5 list. Going from 5 to 1, number 5 is Bobby Petrino, who, if you didn't know, obviously he'd been the OC and then interim head coach at Arkansas, is now Bill Belichick's offensive coordinator at North Carolina, which I'm sure will be really exciting to see. They should do the Hard Knocks style documentary with Belichick and Petrino in the building. That would be
They already X-nayed it with
quite entertaining.
just Belichick.
Yeah, this would make it worse.
Is he still with that girl?
I believe so.
I think it's more of a she's still with him kind of thing, but yeah.
What does that mean?
Well, he's got the money.
I don't know. Yeah, but she's in control.
Yeah.
But he's got the money.
Yeah, but I would
she's got
think-
the money now.
Yeah.
She's in control of it.
Well, she.
It's his. She
Joint bank account.
I would
No.
think she would be more likely to leave him rather
Yeah.
than the opposite. That's what I kind of meant.
Yeah, no,
by it.
he is wrapped around her little pinky finger, and it's
They
pretty
played-
crazy to see.
They played Merc Stars together.
That's true.
Never would have thought.
Oh, Lord have mercy. We need Roe in here to talk about this.
Yes.
But Bobby Petrino, number 5. Number 4 is Chip Kelly at Northwestern in the Big Ten. Had no idea he ended up at Northwestern.
Good play caller.
He's a good play caller. Number 3, Will Stein, the new head coach at Kentucky, and his offensive coordinator, one Joe Sloan on the list. So LSU's former OC on the list with his new head coach at Kentucky. Number 2, Buster Faulkner, who is the new OC at Florida.
Buster.
Under, why can't I think of what their coach's name is? John Summerall at Florida. And then number 1 is Charlie Weiss / Lane Kiffin. And I don't think that's a surprise to anybody. Because if it's talking game changer OCs, you will not see on this list and whatever list you want to put together, there will not be a bigger jump from one year to the next offensively than what you witnessed with LSU. The absolutely anemic, disgusting offense you witnessed a year ago, led by one of the gentlemen on this list, to what you're going to see with the number 1 of Charlie Weiss Jr. and Lane Kiffin is going to be the biggest leap forward you've ever seen. And I don't think I'm exaggerating whatsoever. I could be doing the opposite. I could be underrating it because it's going to be a massive difference just from offensive output. Obviously, you've rebuilt that entire room, that entire side of the football from players, but a new staff, the whole thing. It's going to be a massive leap from what it looked like to what it's going to look like. And you see Lane Kiffin right there. No need to slash. All Charlie Weiss.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's a shout out. Because I think most people would view it the same way as you do on this list. When you look at offense at LSU, they're going to go, well, that's Lane Kiffin and Charlie Weiss Jr.'s offense. It's going to obviously be dubbed Kiffin's offense because everywhere Kiffin's ever been pretty good at scoring points. And because that's who he is. He's one of the best offensive minds you've ever witnessed.
Also, I'm not an offensive coordinator.
Nope.
I'm a head coach.
I'm a head coach.
So that's all CW.
He's the OC. Mm-hmm. And you saw, I mean, and the
I'm
job.
saying from like that optic. Like, I'm not that person.
It's not me.
He's all.
You can say it's my offense, but he's running it.
But this is a great way to say it's all CW.
No need to slash. No need for that slash. Just and they did it. He did it twice. He did Weiss, Kiffin, Stein, Sloan, there. But
I don't know what. I don't think Stein's coming out and saying all Sloan.
Well, no, because that is actually all Will Stein.
That's what I'm saying.
I love Will Stein. I actually like that spot for Joe Sloan because I don't think he's dumb from a football perspective.
Right.
No, I think there were a lot of.
He wasn't ready.
No, that's what he just needs to learn how to call plays and sequence them. There were a lot of plays I think we ran this past season that were actually pretty creatively designed. Right, like you come out against Clemson and you give Xavion the wide handoff, the outside zone, and it worked the first couple of times because it was new, it was different, it was a good way to get one of your playmakers the ball. But then by game 4, every time Xavion motioned into the backfield, everyone's like, "Well, they're running outside zone." It's easy to stop that, but that is a creative play call. I think it's a good spot for him though if Will Stein can teach him how to actually like sequence the plays. I think it's a good spot. For him.
I don't think you're wrong because looking back at it. It's very easy to lump Sloan into the debacle that was the 2025 season. Mm-hmm. He was playing with playing 52 card pickup with 60 cards, and nobody else to help him. It's not like he was looking to Brian Kelly, and there was a relationship there in which it was. Hey, let's draw this up together. It was every bad call you make is your fault. Every good call might be my idea. Mm-hmm. And it's just such a situation of this sucks. And my quarterback is hurt, and my offensive line isn't very good. And you saw what he could do a little bit in 2024, like where the offense was, I would say, good. And then you go into 2025 with a hurt quarterback. You have a coach that is kind of melting down. Mm-hmm. And so I don't think Sloan, I think he gets more probably blame than he should. I also don't think he should have been LSU's offensive coordinator in 2026.
Right.
No, he shouldn't have been.
Somebody had to go.
He shouldn't have been LSU's offensive coordinator in 24-25.
But I think he did okay in 24.
It's a 7-year-old driving an 18-wheeler.
Yeah.
He wasn't ready for it. He wasn't like it.
It was a lazy hire.
It wasn't time for that. The hire was made to hold on to Bryce Underwood, and you didn't, right? And so, like, you made the hire, you sacrificed maybe what you could have done because...
Well, Denbrock didn't want to work with Brian Kelly anymore.
I mean, that was part of it, but I also think my point isn't Denbrock staying, is you could have, you're LSU, you could have gone and got an OC.
And kept him a quarterback.
And instead, you didn't. You promoted so you could hold on to.
What's Jake Peets up to?
I haven't heard that name.
He's in the NFL.
He is. I think he's with the Rams. So clearly, these are like minds that other people want.
Yeah.
And
well, I mean, Jake Peets was at O.
I know.
Yeah.
That's what I said. But he got a lot of blame for that offense.
Yeah.
It's like,
well, that was more than just him. I mean, Max Johnson,
pass game coordinator for the Seahawks.
They just won a Super Bowl.
Yeah. Jake Peets, ring him.
Working under Kubiak.
How about that?
So clearly, like, smart people want Jake Peets. So it was a good hire. At least he went and got somebody, but you just didn't have somehow the talent failed under Edo.
Yeah. Durante is the same thing.
Well, Durante, you actually saw it. You were like,
Durante was
when
great.
Edo flipped the microphone up against Alabama, and Durante got to run his defense. I mean, they almost left Tuscaloosa with a win. Mm-hmm. They had no chance.
Yeah.
Ed Orgeron had LSU in an absolute. He said it before.
It was quite the situation.
If I'm going out, I'm gonna do it my way.
Yep.
Boy, did he! Because you had two people on staff that. One is now an NFL defensive coordinator, and one just won a Super Bowl and has been on 2 Super Bowl winning staffs.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And so, Sloan's on that list, and I wish him the best of luck. So glad that era is over, and excited that now LSU sits atop that list with Charlie Weiss Jr. and Lane Kiffin.
LCW.
Because, like I said, there will not – you think back to 23-24 defensively. That was a good step. That was a pretty good jump forward. But they went from being just an absolutely abysmal defense to a decent defense from 23-24. They're going to be going from an absolutely abysmal offense to, in my opinion, a really good offense from 25 to 26. I genuinely believe it will be the biggest jump one side of the football can possibly make. Like, it's going to be night and day next season compared to what you witnessed. And the reason why, all CW. The reason why is because of the identity, the scheme. You finally have an identity on that side of the ball. I would say that's probably the biggest place where LSU failed in the Joe Sloan OC era, was the disconnect between head coach, OC, quarterback. There was no identity. You got one guy that does this. You have a guy that wants to call plays for this. It was just a mess. And now you've got that alignment on the offensive side of the ball because you're bringing in a whole entire staff that has worked together, that has done it at a high level together, and they went out and identified talented players that fit that role. And that's something that you haven't witnessed offensively at LSU the past couple of seasons when offensive haven't been very good. So very excited for that. And shout out to Lane Kiffin for giving the cred to old CW and Charlie Weiss Jr., who will be the offensive coordinator for LSU. Because in the time he was without Kiffin, I thought he called some pretty good ball games down the stretch of that playoff run. Yeah. When it was just him as the OC, when it was all Charlie. Remember, Pete Golding let us know it's Charlie Weiss Jr.'s offense. That ain't Lane Kiffin's offense. It's Charlie Weiss Jr.'s offense. And I thought he did a pretty good job.
Mm-hmm. I didn't think the offense lost them those games.
No.
No, I mean, if anything,
he did more to win those games than Golding did. I mean, they gave up 35 to Georgia and 31 to Carson Beck. Yep. Trinidad Chambliss is making Houdini plays to even keep them competitive in these games. And that's what somebody tweeted the other day, or it was yesterday, the slash being like Charlie Weiss is going to get none of the credit. He just won you 2 playoff games, almost a third in which your defense couldn't stop Sid the Sloth, and then got 2 NFL offensive coordinator jobs. I think he's doing okay in terms of the recognition part of things. That makes zero sense.
And you have the head coach, who's one of the most respected offensive minds in football history, setting the record straight. Yeah. I'm the head coach. I'm not the offensive coordinator. He's the offensive coordinator. Put him on this list. Yeah. And I think it's interesting. Put the list back up there. With Stein and Sloan, it's Stein/Sloan. Mm-hmm. With Weiss and Kiffin, it's Weiss/Kiffin. I feel like
he spelled Weiss wrong, first of all.
And I thought maybe there was
what? Yeah, 1S. Yeah.
Maybe you think that's on purpose, or was it just accident? The slash.
Pollock has been through a lot.
Looking into it. No. Very deeply. Maybe a hidden message there. Because to me, when you look at the Kentucky, they're betting more on Stein than they are Sloan. Because Sloan just got fired as an OC. And Stein was an OC, now head coach. And then with Weiss and Kiffin, Weiss is an offensive coordinator that just won 2 playoff games and led a really good offense. And Kiffin is a head coach that's a head coach, and that's who he is. So, look, we've rolled right through hour number 1 this morning. We will be joined by John Eads to kick off hour number 2 to talk some LSU baseball.
He put Buster Faulkner on there because they were at Georgia at the same time.
They were?
Well, they barely.
Well, and I also think this plays into all of these guys on this list are new. It's not any, returning OCs on this list. These are all new
Buster
jobs.
Faulkner is a great offensive coordinator as well. He did really well at Georgia Tech.
Mm-hmm. Right, it's just a Georgia guy. Showing some Georgia love.
Who is who's Florida's quarterback this year?
Aaron Philo.
Where's he from?
Georgia Tech.
Okay.
It's a little joint package.
Yes, exactly.
And there is something to
Eric
say.
Singleton too.
There is something to say about a quarterback following their OC that usually means that good system.
Yeah, it's
I like what we're doing here.
Yeah,
I mean, it was
if they don't go with you.
Mateer at Oklahoma.
Yeah.
Right? Followed his offensive coordinator, and at one point in the year looked like the shoe-in for the Heisman before he got hurt, and it just wasn't the same after that. He's back, Mateer. He's back at Oklahoma.
Mm-hmm. He's going to be good. I think
Oklahoma's going to be good.
It'll be very interesting to see.
He needs to stay healthy.
And I know.
No, I mean that thumb injury really cooked him.
I think Kentucky could be pretty good. I think that they could.
Oh no, I was very me and Lloyd talked about it when the coaching carousel was happening, and it felt like at the end of this whole thing, it was the all those hires have been made, and then Kentucky was just like, we're going to get rid of what's his face, Stoops. And it was, me and Lloyd look at each other like, what are they doing? Like the whole carousel's over.
Yeah.
Like it's done.
There's no more unicorns.
So
to
it
ride.
looked like they were just like late to the party, and then they hired Stein, and we were like, okay, wait, time out.
Great hire.
They might have they actually were smart, and even though it didn't seem it.
Yeah. And
at
to
first.
go get Kenny Minchie.
Yeah.
Right.
Is a guy that Notre Dame themselves, like Marcus Freeman said, that quarterback battle with him and C.J. Carr went until like a week before the season. And C.J. Carr was one of the best quarterbacks in college football last year. So the fact that Kenny Minchie pushed him that hard, that's a phenomenal get for Kentucky. And also they flipped him he was originally committed to Nebraska.
Yeah,
in the
I
portal.
remember that.
How many guys did they get in the portal? I feel
Probably
like
a lot.
it was a lot.
I
It
know
was
they
a
got
lot.
a
I kept seeing
big Lance
Kentucky
Hurd.
on the On3 edits.
Yeah.
Garrett Nussmeier is currently meeting with the media at the Combine. I'm trying to read through some of these answers here. We'll talk about that in the second hour. I'm just
Where's
saying,
that Saints question?
They did ask him about the Saints. He said they asked him if he had met with the Saints, where his dad's obviously the OC. He laughed, and he said, I have not. So he's not met with the Saints.
But technically.
Not formally.
But technically, he was.
yeah.
I saw my dad.
He talks to the Saints all the time.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
Hey, Garrett, it's Dad. Give me a call. Like,
Yeah. What's for dinner?
yeah, exactly.
He did, however, get asked about the injury. Garrett Nussmeier said he wouldn't disclose what his injury was, but he was grateful to get a diagnosis 2 months ago and attack it in rehab. He said, I'm feeling better. I'm at 100%, if not close to it. So still,
Wait, so you still won't tell us?
no, we're never going to know. You will never
I
know.
guess we'll find
what
out
the
when he's an
injury was.
all-time great in the NFL if that happens.
When the documentary comes out at the end of
Yeah,
the whole
right.
thing, he'll talk about the core,
Brian Kelly
ab,
files.
back, oblique, rib,
the Kelly Steen
chest.
files.
Nice. Nice. So you'll never know what the injury is, but he's 100%. Because
he
it
is
wasn't all year. I know that.
Here he is actually talking about
Ripped
it.
scrotum.
Yeah.
Torn foreskin.
You have an incredible ability to derail the show.
He does.
Like you make it
his-
actively worse.
His brain.
In fall camp, day 2, practice 2 of fall camp. How much did it affect me? It was, I think it was pretty evident. I really wasn't able to throw the football. I had a stabbing pain in my ab every time I went to throw the ball. We weren't able to figure out exactly what it was. It was a frustrating deal, and it wasn't LSU's fault. It wasn't the doctor's fault. They did a great job of taking care of me and the trainers there. It was just a rare deal. It was just a thing that we really didn't figure out what it was until about 2 months ago. Had about 9 days to prepare for the Senior Bowl and try and get back right for that. So made a lot of progress over the last month, and so feeling much more like myself, which has been exciting. Learning how to retrain myself, get rid of the bad habits that I had created, and just be able to get to throw the football like I know I can.
Yeah, Gage Evans in the chat. Why would he not just say it and be transparent? Who's going to waste a draft pick on an undisclosed injury? Look, I do think in the meetings with these teams, I don't think there's anything but it's just not for public consumption. He's not telling the journalists these things, but when he sits down with the Eagles or with the Rams or whoever, and they ask him about it, they know. Like the teams are going to know.
Well, they're going to get a doctor is going
right.
to
They're gonna
physical.
examine. They're gonna do the full medical examination, physical, and they're going to know.
They probably also get the full story about the Brian Kelly.
I mean, I don't know if they'll get the whole LSU deal,
But like, what happened this year? Like
maybe. I just think they're gonna. All I know that they're gonna get to know is the injury.
Yeah.
That's all that matters.
Yeah,
the way Brian Kelly and them handling it doesn't matter. All he has to do is say, I was hurt. This is what the injury was. I didn't get it figured out 2 months after the year, and that's why my film looked the way it did. Look at how I throw now versus how I threw then. And
he's also still doing a phenomenal job of protecting LSU.
Yeah.
He is. He is because he could throw LSU under the bus.
100%.
LSU mismanaged his injury.
Right.
The entirety of last season was a mismanagement on LSU's part, and he's done nothing but consistently praise LSU, talk up LSU, and when he could throw LSU under the bus,
Does the opposite.
he hasn't done that.
And the way he kind of was coached in the media to respond to those questions.
He's a coach's kid.
Why would he automatically just throw away everything that he was taught, everything that he was coached to say? Why would he just throw that away just because he's not at the school? It makes sense for him to keep it. Like, there's no reason, if the media didn't need to know it 6 months ago, they don't need to know it now.
Yeah, as long as the teams know, he'll be all right. Look, we'll take a quick break here. John Eads will be in here to join us and talk some LSU baseball right after this.
Wardos was created in honor of Alan Ward Granning III, fondly known by family and friends as Wardo. In 2019, the oldest brother of the tribe passed away unexpectedly. His remaining siblings and loved ones wanted to honor his memory in a special way. In 2022, Ward's family decided to combine the need for a sandwich shop in downtown Natchez with a desire to pay tribute to Ward's love of good friends, good times, and great food. Through blood, sweat, tears, and countless hours of hard work, Wardo's was born. So go visit Wardo's today at 309 North Broadway Street in Natchez, where the po' boys are so good, you'll swear you're in Cajun country.
Hey, Miss Lou, come visit us, Tom and Wright Granning at Go Martin on the Go Deli.
Go Martin has clean restrooms, community coffee, an awesome beer cave, and a great selection of anything you may need.
Located at the corner of Highland Boulevard and Highway 61 South in Natchez.
Also stop by Wardo's Po' Boys at 309 North Broadway on the beautiful Natchez Bluff,
where everyone is family.
When it comes to your home, the roof over your head matters. At CAS Roofing, we don't just install shingles, we build peace of mind. With years of experience and a commitment to craftsmanship, our team shows up on time, gets the job done right, and treats every project like it's our own home. Whether it's a repair, a replacement, or storm damage that caught you off guard, CAS Roofing is ready. We're local, we're dependable, and we stand behind every nail, every shingle, and every promise we make. Because at the end of the day, it's not just about roofing, it's about protecting what matters most. CAS Roofing. Built on trust, backed by quality.
I think greater understanding.
Oh! Wait. I was like, this is more interesting than that.
Yeah! This is so good.
That's awesome.
I wish you could have got on video.
Oh, dang. God. That a boy?
Look at your minions go.
Oh, look at the rake flip.
Oh.
Oh, that was awesome. All right, welcome back here as we kick off hour number 2 this morning. Shout out to John Eads as he makes his way in this morning, but also bringing some excellent video of our guy Poji working that rake, man. He talks. He's a part of the field crew. We talk him up, and now you're getting to see the excellence at work. John, what was your thought process by throwing the cam on old Poge?
Yeah, I knew he'd done field crew, and I hadn't really seen him all season for whatever reason. Usually because in between innings, I'll kind of take a break, and my camera has a tendency to overheat, so certainly turn the camera off and give it a water break, so to speak. But I was filming Jay because the offense was struggling at that point in time, and just trying to, should the game play out kind of the way it did visually, show that to everybody, just kind of the frustration and stuff on LSU side of things. But then I see Poji running through the frame with the rake to the rescue, and I was like, all right, I got to get this. Third base side, right in front of me, front row view. And I know he's on y'all's show, obviously, so figured it'd be some good content.
It was excellent.
And, man, heck of a job he did there. I mean, that field was pristine.
Yeah, well, see, he was talking about when we were watching the games in Jacksonville, upset with the field there.
Yeah.
Very upset. He was appalled even.
It was not great.
Yeah.
They actually, really nice guys. But at the end of the tournament, I was trying to film a stand-up on the field and stuff, and, just kind of like asking them what they want me to do, this and that. But they had told me on the practice day, Thursday or whatever day it was, I think it was Thursday, they didn't want me to walk around on the grass because they had just laid it down. And I was like, well, I mean, I didn't give them a hard time because that's not my style. But later that day, I was like, why did it matter if I walked on the grass when there's 100 other people walking on the grass? It's only my feet that are going to mess up, apparently, the camera or whatever. So whatever. But, yeah, that was an issue all weekend. Like, I don't know if they showed it a lot on the broadcast, but the field crew was out there.
Yeah,
it was kind of like the Big Ten championship game in, 2018 where they had to put the turf under the – yeah, that was, all weekend. Good park. They've been doing some renovations and stuff. Maybe it just kind of seemed like they weren't really prepared.
Ready?
Yeah, for whatever reason. But, look, the games got played. Nobody got hurt, and all's good. So.
Yeah, it was interesting from what Poji noticed from a field perspective, and then us watching from a production aspect. Whenever you have the
score bug wrong,
yes,
that was tough.
I heard a lot about that again.
And look, I'm not trying to knock them, but and then the TV on the chair for the review.
I was right by that.
Yeah, I know. I saw you a ton, and I was like, they might ask him for help.
Yeah.
I was looking. Anytime there's a replay, I pull it up on my camera, and I like the York homer ball hit the bottom of the yellow line. I don't know if they had that, but I had that. And I mean, I don't know if they could use that at all or what the rules are. But, yeah, it was kind of a interesting setup, and I could hear them getting frustrated because they're, on the phone with the people in the replay booth, literally the phone, and they're like, all right, go frame by frame, and then they'd whiz by it, and then I'm just like, no, frame by frame. It's baseball. This isn't like the College World Series or March Madness. You're not going to have 50 cameras shooting a game and perfect instant replay and crews that have been doing this for 30 years. It's kind of a,
hodgepodge.
A little bit. But they figured it out.
By year 5. I think they'll have,
maybe.
Yeah.
I mean, it's tough because D1 baseball, these guys are journalists, they're baseball writers. They hire this workout to third-party companies to broadcast the games, and
sometimes you get got.
Yeah, and you're kind of at the liberty or I don't know what the word. I think it's liberty of what the product is because. Kendall Rogers isn't the one sitting there calling the game or producing the broadcast, but their name's on it, and that's the risk you take when you put your name on a product is if it looks bad for you. So I certainly appreciate their desire to get more involved and do some of these different kind of things outside of their purview, but if it doesn't go well, people are going to be upset about it. So.
No, and that's why you have guys like John Eads on Twitter who do a great job tracking the ball. Because, there was one time it was a pop-up to center, and they zoom in on Simpson and left, and then cut to Curiel jogging off with the ball.
Yeah. And
I was like, my boy John Eads would have been tracking that ball in the sky into the glove.
Well, thank you. I mean, these guys, though, that do the camera work, I think, are just local people that maybe help out during the minor league season and stuff.
Right.
So
yeah, it's tough. It's tough. But from a baseball,
it's their preseason.
Yeah, but from a baseball perspective, I'll start with the weekend. Just kind of your overarching takeaways from the three games LSU won against Power 4 opponents, taking down Indiana with a big inning, and then Notre Dame, UCF with a run rule. What were your takeaways?
It was impressive. Just you never really felt like LSU was in trouble. You know, even when they were playing Indiana and they went down for a minute, there was never really a feeling in the building that LSU was going to lose the game. You know, I think the fans felt that way, and that kind of carried into Saturday too. It's like as soon as the game started, you kind of just had a feeling that they were going to turn it on at some point and get rolling. And same deal with UCF. I didn't expect them to play as well as they did all weekend because, I mean, that's 3 Power 4 teams you're playing. 3 different Power 4 teams, too, I might add, with different game plans, different challenges and stuff like that in 3 consecutive days. But whatever the task was at hand, they found a way to find the right game plan, execute it, and get it done. And they looked by far, obviously, the best team at that event. I mean, sometimes you go to a concert and you got your openers, and then you have the main event. LSU was the main event. And that was clear. They are clear-cut, way better than all the teams they saw that weekend, and that's encouraging, you know, because those aren't the best programs in college baseball, but they are Power 4 programs, you know, that have had some success recently, and some people had at least a couple, or at least a little bit of an expectation for this season to make the tournament, and they routed UCF. They scored 9 in an inning against Indiana, and then against Notre Dame, they go up 7-0, 7-1 early, and it's never really close. Yeah. So I was impressed, really, especially by the offense. I mean, that was 3 consecutive days of the same brand of baseball, executing the game plan. We'd go to those post-game press conferences, and the opposing coaches are just praising the team left and right, which was interesting to kind of get their perspective on that. So that was good. I mean, that was what you hope to see in a regional, super regional, Omaha-type format, is a very consistent level of play against, you know, different teams.
And with that, you know, kind of playing a factor in this weekend, the starting pitching in those games by LSU, Evans, who I think still maybe wasn't as good as or as perfect as people want it to be.
Yeah.
A good step in the right direction after his first start. Cooper Moore was nails again. And then William Schmidt, I thought, took a very, very good step forward from his first start to his second. What did you see from the starters?
Yeah, I thought they were better. And for Cooper, that was going to be hard to do because his debut was so good. But starting with Kaysen, Jay's talked so much about him opening and closing his outings well because that's what he would do last year, especially as the guy coming out of the bullpen. The issue's kind of been the in-between a little bit. Yeah. He had that, I believe it was the 3rd inning, where there were a couple walks, and then baseball happened in some respects. There were some infield singles and bad bounces and stuff. They had that missed exchange between Aaron Beatty and Evans there at home plate. But otherwise, it was a really good start, you know. So I'm hoping to see him take another step forward this week. I'd like to see him get through the opposing team's lineup 3 times. I think that's been an issue for him, is that 3rd time. And it'd be nice to see him get to the 6th inning as well. So we'll see on that.
Yeah.
Cooper Moore, he's been great. I think he leads the team in innings right now. And those 5 innings that he threw against Notre Dame were some of the best that I've seen. But really, that's what he looked like in the preseason, too, is just quick, efficient innings. But I go through and I'm editing the game back and stuff to save the footage, and it's 3 up, 3 down, 3 up, 3 down, 3 up, 3 down. I mean, he's doing it with the strikeout, with the weak contact, in the infield, and then the fly balls. I mean, he's looked great. He has been your best starter. I don't think it's debatable. Schmidt had a great start too, but I mean, that's 2 great starts back to back. I would like to see him maybe finish a little bit better this week. Like we talked about how good those first 5 innings are. The last one, things got out of hand a little bit, and that happens when you're a starter. You know, you run out of gas, and the coaches will notice that. You'll walk a guy here, or you give up a couple hits here and there. Gave up the homer, I believe, to Jace Lee, and that was kind of what marked the end of his start there. So maybe just finish a little bit stronger, like get that 6th inning done, because he went 5 2/3, I think.
Yeah.
And he was close. I think Dardar made a great play where he dove and stopped a ground ball, but his throw missed, and that would have ended that inning. So maybe just get a little more lucky there, I guess, and finish that 6th. That's all I'm looking for from Cooper. Otherwise, he's been nails, as you said. Only 1 walk, I think.
Wow.
In 2 starts.
Yeah.
So that's great. And then Schmidt, yeah, I mean, that was his best start in an official game while he's been at LSU.
Yeah.
But that's what we had seen preseason. I think Jay had mentioned it as well, that that's like his third or fourth great start in a row dating back to what he did preseason. And the stuff was great. The biggest thing, and UCF's coach mentioned this, is that he was landing the breaking ball, the secondary pitches for strikes. It kept their lineup off balance, and that'll be the thing for him. I think if he can do that consistently, his fastball is great, obviously, but it's the secondary stuff and keeping the opposing team guessing as to what the heck's coming my way.
Right.
So not a lot you can really pick at with Schmidt. And if he can be consistent as the number 3 star, I was looking back at box scores today because y'all's conversation with Jason yesterday really piqued my interest into looking back at kind of how the pitching played out throughout the season. Sunday was just a mess, pretty much all year. It was, you couldn't get a great start from somebody except for the Tennessee game that they won in run rule fashion. So from there, it was you maybe get 1 or 2 innings from the starter, maybe 3 if you're lucky, and then it was 7 or 8 guys out of the bullpen. If Schmidt can go out on a Sunday and give you at least 5 consistently, puts you in a really good spot. So, and one last thing I'd like to say is, Kaysen doesn't need to do what Cade does. Like we've said this before, he doesn't need to go and give you 7, 8, 9. Jay said if he pitches the way he did last week, which wasn't even the best of Kaysen Evans, they will win because of this offense.
Yeah.
So if he can give you 5 or 6 consistently of pretty clean baseball, scattering the hits, avoiding the walks in the big innings, the offense, when it's clicking, and not like it did in the first few innings against McNeese, but the latter half, they'll win because they could score 6 to 10 runs at any given time. So.
And McNeese was going to be my next question to you before we start talking about this weekend, because obviously the first loss of the year, it was ugly. There were specifics in the game that you would like to have been cleaner, the pitching, those sorts of things. But ultimately, it's a midweek game. It's early in the season, and they'll be okay. Mm-hmm. But what were your takeaways? And also for you being there and obviously having the eye in the sky that you had, what was the vibe? What did you see on Tuesday night?
Yeah, I was kind of on alert coming into it because Matt Musso had done a podcast, and the title of it was, "Is LSU on upset alert?" And I was like, what are you talking about? What? McNeese is 2-5. They beat Louisiana Tech, and that's about the only team they've beaten. LSU's looked untouchable to this point, but he made a good point. LSU, coming back from that early season tournament, has had some issues in the recent past.
Yeah.
They almost lost to North Dakota State last year. I remember being at that game, and Stephen Milam had to send, I think, a 2 RBI single into right field for them to come back and win. That's the game that I think Jay found out who Danny Lockenmeyer was, too, or something like that. So, and then they've had issues with that first game back in prior years as well. It's just tough, you go and you kick everybody's butt for a weekend and short rest time, and maybe your focus isn't necessarily there. You're not 3 weeks into the season. Jay called it the week 3 coma. Because it's the newness of the season is worn off, and now you're kind of getting into the dog days and the nitty-gritty and stuff like that. And so I kind of came into it thinking, okay, this maybe could be an issue. When Zach York hit that homer, I was like, okay, they're going to just roll. I mean, they're good, 2-0 at that point. And then Marcos Paz, good first inning. The second inning, though, he's 1 out away from getting out of it. And just couldn't do it, that's kind of where the avalanche started. And you felt good about the pitching situation because LSU only used, I think, 2 pitchers in that Sunday game against UCF. It was Schmidt and then Rizzi.
Yeah.
So they had a loaded gun, really, against McNeese for a Tuesday where they could just trot guys out and just throw some innings, and you'd hope they have a big lead, but that's just not how it went. It was just one of those days where pitchers that have had great control in the past just didn't have it in this game. They were hitting batters inexplicably with 2 strike counts and 2 outs, and they made too many mistakes. You can't make the mistakes they made against anybody and expect to win. So, and the crazy part is they almost came back and won anyway, So just one of those nights. I wouldn't put a ton of stock into it. LSU hasn't been in that position a lot recently where they've been down 7-2. They've trailed this season. They've been losing, but I think that they felt that pressure a little bit. They tried to, as Seth Dardar said, hit the 5-run homer, which you can't do. And so you saw them early in the game get out of their plan of being patient and putting pressure on the opposing team like so many people have praised them for already this season. They didn't do that. They did it later in the game, and success followed. They got the leadoff guy on a lot early in that game, but what was different is they started chasing pitches. They started to try to have that big swing. And so LSU hasn't felt that pressure of being down 5 runs or more.
Right.
They weren't in that position a lot last year. So hopefully it was a learning experience for them, because if they would have just kind of went about their business as usual earlier, they probably would have won that game.
Right.
So hopefully a learning experience. I think they learned a lot, and I tweeted this. They learned a lot about the pitching staff, and y'all talked about this with Jason.
Yeah.
Like, these guys can execute in these roles. I can't trust these guys in these roles. I think Jay learned a lot about that from this game, and hopefully that'll lead to not losing in the future, like in conference play. Like, instead of experimenting against a Vanderbilt, against a Tennessee, you have that prior knowledge of, all right, against McNeese, this guy did this and that. I don't know if I can trust him here, and you won't have things happen.
And that's where the trust comes in after a loss like that, is that you have Jay Johnson, who is banking all of these things, remembering, and
he's always writing.
Notepad,
I mean,
right.
You watch him during a game. I mean, that pen is coming out of the hat like every 5 seconds. So, yeah.
So
I don't know what he writes, but he's taking notes.
Taking something,
so.
but he's gonna, it's inevitable. At the end of the season, they're gonna, you or someone else is gonna ask, why did you put this guy in this spot? He's gonna be like, well, I remember, when we played McNeese in February, this happened, and I knew I could play him there, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's where the trust and the mindset, because I do think the LSU fan base has done a better job of not overreacting as much as there has been in the past.
This was the first year it felt like everybody was almost ho-hum with it. Like, these things happen.
Well, they lost to Northwestern State and then beat Tennessee in a series the same week last year and won the national championship. So, like, if that's not proof that it's
Earned
really
a little bit
not,
of a leash.
yeah, like, it's not a big deal. It's not something you could just look past and, like, whatever, they're still going to win the Natty anyway. I mean, you got to take this and learn from it. It's got to be a valuable experience. And you got to play well this weekend, certainly. But look around. Oklahoma got run-ruled by Arizona State.
Right.
Arkansas State beat Arkansas. Who else lost? San Diego State beat UCLA, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Georgia lost to Troy.
Yeah.
South Carolina lost to
they
Queens.
lost to Queens. I mean,
Paul.
Some of those are worse than others for different reasons. I mean,
Right.
South Carolina cannot afford to be losing to Queens right now.
They were 0-17 versus Power 4 teams before that.
Yeah. And, I mean, people are starting to, I think they had fire pulmonary signs coming out. So, some teams can afford that loss more than others.
Right.
LSU can, but you need to turn it into a positive, and that's what they'll hope to do this weekend.
Where do you expect to see that this weekend? And they have 4 games this weekend, but it's 5 games in 6 days again. It's a long stretch. What do you expect to see in this stretch for LSU?
Well, they've had a couple days off here, which is good, at least from playing games, and they kind of switched up their practice regimen. Jay mentioned yesterday they did a little more small group work on Wednesday, probably just dialing in some of those fundamentals, because they had some issues with that. Jake Brown, who has made tremendous plays in right field for going on 3 years now, overthrew a ball into the dugout, and that hurt them,
Right.
So maybe just dialing in some of those, all right, here's where the ball needs to go. Let's not try to do something here that's rash. Just different things like that. Probably working on the different approaches to hitting as well. 2-0 counts, what are we looking for? Being patient, stuff like that. Obviously, the pitchers were working on dialing things in and stuff, and mentally, that's a big part of what Nate Yeski teaches them, is the mental side of things.
Yeah.
So probably just hammering in some of those things. And so what I'm looking for is a big response quickly. Like Jake Brown had mentioned in the Milwaukee week, I think maybe the Saturday or the Sunday game, they didn't lose, but some of those games weren't pretty at times. But on Saturday or Sunday, he had mentioned that nobody was more prepared. I think it was Sunday. Nobody was more prepared to play than we were today. I expect LSU to be the most prepared and ready team to play in the country, just to wash that sour taste out of their mouth on Friday against Dartmouth. So I'm looking for them to come out. Don't know what the lineup's going to be, but to apply pressure immediately and hopefully take an early lead and use that momentum to just carry them through the 4-game weekend. Dartmouth hasn't played a lot of games. They have these special rules in the Ivy League where they can't play until a couple weeks into February or whatever it is. Not a great team. They have some experienced ball players in their lineup, but not an overpowering pitching staff. And Northeastern had a great season last year. They lost 90%, I believe, Musso said, of their innings last season from a starting standpoint. And they strike out a lot as well, which bodes well for this pitching staff. So I'm looking for LSU to just dominate this weekend.
Yeah.
There will be sloppiness on the other side. Take advantage of that sloppiness as they have done. And as far as you, don't make those mistakes. You know, just play a clean brand of ball.
Go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say, I think it'll be good to get back to like that starting rotation a little bit, to get back to what's normal.
Right.
To have your Friday, Saturday, Sunday. They've played so much baseball, you kind of forget who, like you haven't seen Gavin Guidry, you haven't seen, feels like you haven't seen Schmidt in forever, even though he pitched on Sunday. Like you haven't seen the guys that you've talked about, like seeing Kason Evans or Cooper Moore. Like when you have your, what will be, it seems at least at this point, your starting three, that's more of a normalcy that you can a little rely on a little bit, and then you see Paz throw on a Tuesday after a tournament, and some people will say it looks like, oh, what are you doing throwing 10 pitchers? But at least you have 10 arms available. Like because it became like a non-negotiable. If you walk somebody, you're coming out because I have other arms.
Yep.
And you're trying to find, okay, who can do this right now? But when you get back to like a little sense of normalcy, I think people will see what the LSU baseball team is all about. You've had Stanfield go out, Aaron Beatty go out, and you're still able to put together a brand of baseball that looks like the number one team in the country.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, hopefully Stanfield's back soon. Sounds like he's going to miss this whole weekend, and he's had a cast brace thing on his left hand. So I think now we're hoping for probably SEC, maybe Sacramento State. I think that's the last weekend series before SEC play. I mean, that'd be nice just so he can kind of get his feet wet again. They have done well kind of piecing things together to replace him, but you'd love to have Stanfield back in the lineup as soon as possible. That was a bummer. And then Cade's good. He'll be back in. Y'all saw that. Huge. He's maybe the best player on your whole team.
Right.
So, I mean, you need him back in the game. Yes, as far as returning to normalcy, though, that's great. And that'll be good to see in your typical – I mean, the guys that you trust the most will be coming out of – if the game is within reach. We'll see if it is or not. At some point in the next 4 games, I'm sure it will be. You'll need Gavin Guidry to come in and get out of a jam or something. I'm sure that'll be the case. But the guys that did throw on Tuesday, some of them you're going to need, and they just frankly need to be better, you know? Like Cooper Williams – I was, again, going through some of the stuff from last year. Like, he came into some big spots last year and pitched well. I'd say his first couple appearances this year haven't been to the level that he would expect from himself and what the staff would like. Like, he came into the game on Tuesday, and I think Jay probably expected him to go the next 3 or 4 innings. You know, I mean, he has that in him, but he just didn't have the control.
Yeah.
So I think his next outing is super important. Who else are we kind of looking at? I'm trying to think. Maverick Rizzi has had some good moments. I think there's another level that he can get to, though. Led the team in appearances last year. I think he was expected to have a huge role this season. And he's had some good, but some not so good mixed in there as well. But with that said, I mean, on Tuesday, you also saw some guys bounce back and in some cases continue to further their trust. I mean, Devin Sheeran, Reagan Ricken, Jaden Newt, those 3 all threw. Dax Dothy even a little bit threw very well. Out of the bullpen. So I think some guys are kind of moving up the pecking order. Some guys are moving down. I think Newt, Ricken, and Sheeran all took a step. And Sheeran is kind of becoming one of your top 3 guys at least out of the bullpen right now, I think. So that's what I'll be looking for, too. Is certainly we talked about the starters already. I don't know if they're going to need their high-leverage guys or not. Perhaps at some point they will. But I'm looking for some of those guys that you will need should you get to Omaha and you got to play a 4th game in 5 days or a 5th game in 6, whatever it is, that you'll rely on to continue to develop and show some growth week to week and promise.
I think that's why they do tournaments like this, or at least what they're, I guess, trying to plan for in advance is to look forward to like I know it's not the SEC tournament, no matter. I know he says he wants to win every game, and we're not going to go 56-0, but we're competing like it's a tournament every time. I don't think he cares about the SEC tournament because he hasn't had to, but like a regional, super regional Omaha, that's why you play 8 games in 10 days to try to get yourself ready. The most, I guess, impressive thing I've seen is having I guess I shouldn't even say impressive. I'll rephrase it as to. It's been the expectation that people have put on guys that you've seen before, and so they come in with a different weight. Like a Cooper Williams, you saw do it last year, so you expect him to pick up right where he left off. You've seen, and then it was Devin Sheeran last year that you wanted to see, and then there's a reason that they talked about him so highly. Coming in, gets hurt, and then almost to the point where we could have him back. If he was pushing to be able to return, you see why they thought that they were going to add him. But even Maverick Rizzi, where it's a guy that you saw last year, it's like, oh, let's pick up right where they left off. these things ebb and flow in baseball,
Yeah.
and that's why you add people through the portal, and I think you've seen that too.
Yeah, I mean, it's not 12 football games. You know, it's 56 regular season and then the postseason. And growth isn't linear. You know, I mean, just because you went and played a season and you're back doesn't mean I've made this reference before. It's not NCAA.
That's
You're not going to go up 10 overall points like it's a video game. Or I don't know if you guys ever played those basketball simulation games on your computer where you would have a team and they'd come back and they'd develop, you know, just in a linear format. Like they get a little better as sophomores and then better as juniors, and then by senior year they were all America. It just doesn't work like that all the time. And even you could think the last year, like Chase Shores, it took him a while to figure out what his role was. And there were ups and there were downs, but when you needed him to be up, he was up, especially, you know, down the stretch of the season in the NCAA tournament. So you're hoping it doesn't take that long, but some guys just need to settle into their new roles and into the new season. And sometimes it's a mental thing. Like they expect what fans do from themselves. You know, like Rizzy and Williams may be expected to go out there, throw 4 shutout innings with 10 strikeouts. And when that didn't happen, it maybe took a toll on them mentally. And now they put the pressure on themselves in their own head, and they need to kind of fight through that, you know? So there's different things happening, and LSU's found ways to win despite that, but they're going to need them to be at their best when it's required in the big games this season. So it all starts with one good appearance. So hopefully, not that they haven't had good ones in the past or already, but that's all it takes is to go out, have a good AB, win a matchup, execute the job the coaches need from you, and then you can build on that from there. So for some guys, looking for them to kind of lay that foundation, and as we get closer to SEC play, get closer and closer to the level that they'll need for this staff to be successful, which is not a lot because they have a lot of different guys that could serve these different roles, but the role that is laid out for you on this roadmap to winning a national championship, you're going to need to execute.
And it also has to be tough from like their perspective, Rizzy, Williams, of guys that played in such high leverage situations last year where it felt totally different, where you're coming in a regional or a super, it's like you're playing Tuesday against McNeese.
Yeah.
And it's like I don't have that same like gusto about myself of like this fucking matters.
Yep.
Where you have Sheeran and Guidry that didn't play last year, so it's like this feels so fresh and new. Of like I'm just excited to play baseball again.
Yeah, you could tell that. You know, the energy those guys have, and they've been great. They're going to need more though. I think, you know, especially in days. I mean, the offense isn't going to be as great as it has been every single time out. Like they're going to have those 5 or 6 inning stretches like they did against McNeese, where there's a lull, you know, and the opposing pitcher, they're going to see better pitching when they get to conference play. I mean, those things are going to happen. So they'll need to be able to win games 17-8 like they did against Mississippi State last year. They'll also need to win games 1-0 like they did against Coastal, right?
At Mississippi State.
Yeah. Was that the Friday game or the Saturday or whatever?
Yeah, it was Lionson.
You'll need that different recipe to win the games differently. So you can't really be a team that scores 15 runs a game and that's how you win, because you're not going to score 15 runs every single game. But you also can't be the team that relies on great pitching and will win every game 2-1, because that's not going to happen sometimes either.
So I think he lets like the game kind of come to him when it comes to how Jay Johnson dictates time and space of it. He knows when to put people in or how it's going or when I need to make a move to be able to create offense, because it's an interesting offensive approach to put so much on an umpire whenever you shouldn't trust them at all. And the way that they approach at bats, it's if you're not getting the zone right, then you have to change your approach, because you've seen them have to kind of expand a little bit more sometimes whenever he's going to give you 4 inches on the left side. Now you have to go attack that pitch.
Yeah.
And then when it's a good zone, it's all right, it's a 3-1 count, 2-0 count, and then that's how LSU gets people on base. So it's just interesting to see that that whole dynamic of approaching offensive baseball, because that's what he is at the end of the day.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, they've had to change mid-game already, I think, against
first game of the year, he pinch hit back-to-back guys.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So they have that capacity. I was looking at the stats. Mason Braun, I think, has 8 hits in 19 ABs or something like that. Like, he's been super efficient. Jay keeps going to him. He keeps producing, especially in big moments. But in terms of the in-game zone adjustment, I think against I don't remember if it was Indiana or maybe if it was UC. I think it was UCF. The zone was a little spotty. Like, I saw them looking back at Jay, disagreeing. I think York was getting a little frustrated that game with the zone. And obviously they made some adjustments. Jay's not going to say what they were. Trade secrets, as he says.
Right.
But they have such talented hitters on this team that can be patient or can go attack. That they're tough to deal with, because if it's an interesting zone, they'll notice that, and the second time through the order, the third time through, they'll pick up on it and make some adjustments there. They did the same against McNeese, I thought. McNeese, the zone was interesting in that one too, at least from where I was standing and just reading players' reactions to it and stuff. Eventually, they figured it out towards the end of the game, so that was good. But one's got to pick up the other. When that's happening, you need your pitching to be better. And when the pitching is struggling, you need your offense to pick it up. So we've seen some combinations of that.
Some complementary baseball.
If
they get the challenge system in college baseball, it's over.
I was going to bring that up yesterday. The zone challenge where they're just like, are we for or against it?
For.
You're for it?
Yeah, because it makes you better.
Right.
Because that guy got 5 straight wrong, and I'm sure he felt like a shell.
And then the one he got right at the end of it, the whole place
erupted. He got the bronze cheer.
For him.
But, I mean, I would imagine if you gave that, because York and, like, Curiel, the way that they look at the zones, like, they know.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And if you get it wrong, they're just like...
I remember Zach had struck out against UCF.
Yeah, he had a chase, and he looked so uncomfortable.
Well, one of them was looking, I think, and... He looked back at the ump, walking back to the dugout, and he was upset because those guys are zone masters. It seems like, I think that'd be good. I feel like they have the track man in the dugout shows where the pitch was. Mm-hmm. So maybe there needs to be a limit, or like if you challenge once and you get it wrong, that's it, maybe, or twice, because there's 200 some odd pitches in a baseball game. I mean, that's.
You don't want to be out there for 8 hours. You're out there.
I know,
for
that's
5.
the thing, because I think people would abuse it a little bit.
Right, you don't want to slow the game down.
Yeah, and a game like Tuesday, I mean, we already had so many stoppages. I think that was like at least a 4-hour game.
We changed pitchers 10 times.
Yeah. So, I mean, it kind of just is what it is. I mean, whatever it takes to finish the game kind of deal. I mean, that maybe would be good to have. But I don't know. At a certain point, we can't stop the game every 5 seconds to go over something, So, think about how quick the games must have been back in the 80s and 90s. No commercials, no replays.
Just
roll it.
Just ball.
Yeah.
That'd be great.
Not many pitching changes either. Like they were just
throwing 100.
Oh yeah, you're throwing 150 pitches, and you're gonna pitch tomorrow too.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Look, 2 shots of whiskey, cigarette, get you back out there.
Yeah. You'll be all right. I did want to ask you. You spent a lot of time LSU baseball, but also high school football. Sports Line Player of the Year. Y'all announced last night. I wanted to see if you want to talk about that a little bit.
Sure, yeah. If y'all missed it, it aired on our website and on our Roku app, and we're going to get it up on YouTube today as well. Just an hour-long show. We're Channel 9, so every year we pick the 9 best high school football players in the area. Just do a quick 2 to 3 minute feature on them, who they are, where they come from, kind of their big highlights from the season, and then we pick the winner of it at the end. Last year, KD Mays won it. And he's at Southern now. This year, kind of tough. We went back and forth on some guys. Ascension Catholic had Trevin Simon, who rewrote the record books for rushing yards this season. Who else did we have on there that we were kind of considering? The Goldman twins at Denham Springs, where we kind of put them in as one finalist. Because it'd be kind of – they both had great years.
And their quarterback receiver
duo.
And I think they're going to school together.
They're both going to Norfolk State.
Yep.
Not Norfolk. Norfolk is how they pronounce it.
There you go.
Michael Vick's the coach there, which is cool. Yeah, and those are good dudes. They're really good basketball players, too.
Oh, yeah.
As you know.
Trust me, I know.
Are y'all going to play them in the playoffs, you think, or how's it looking?
Potentially we could. Right. We're on opposite sides of the bracket. We're 6, so we match up with 3. They're 4, so they would match up with 1. So if we did see them, it would be
would it be in the championship?
It would be in the championship.
Okay, so last year was the semis. Maybe this year will be the championship. You'll have to go through Zachary, though, or y'all...
They would go through Zachary.
Okay, y'all don't have to go
through Zachary. We're on in Natchitoches Central section, and Ruston's the 2 seed on our side. So.
Okay, well, good for y'all. 6 seed. And
be exciting.
Hopefully
Starts
another
tonight.
Big run, man. Yeah, let's go. So, Jarvis Washington ended up winning Player of the Year.
Stud.
Receiver at Dunham. great basketball player. He's going to South Alabama. If he goes there and does well, I don't imagine him being there very long.
Right, I agree.
Because he kind of burst onto the scene a little late, had a big junior season. He transferred from Madison Prep to Dunham. Elijah Havens is quarterback. Obviously, that's great. But he's a great player in his own right. You know, he would make some contested catches, catch the ball at the 20, take it 80 yards, and score. Just a heck of a player. Had 1,500 yards, I think, and balled out in the state championship 2 years in a row, really.
Yeah.
So he was the winner for us in the end for what he did. So that was awesome. And, tough because there's so many other good candidates that didn't make the list.
Yeah.
And, I love everybody, so I'd love to put everybody on the list, but we can't. We got to whittle it down. Check that out if y'all missed it, man. Some great high school football players around here, and a lot of them moving on to play college as well. So.
Yeah, no, it was exciting. Jarvis is a player. I remember the first time I saw him last season. Went to one of the Dunham games, the first game, I think, the one they played Parkview early in the year.
Yep.
I was there, and I was like, who's number one?
Yeah.
I was like, this kid's a monster, and so it's been cool watching, and y'all do such a great job.
Thank you.
Covering them, and I watched the special last night. It was pretty cool to see. But
yeah, we love doing it, man.
Yeah.
Kind of tough to. I've been so locked in on baseball.
Right.
I forgot
You
how
gotta
much
shift your
fun
brain back,
football
right.
was. So nice to kind of dive back into that. But
Yeah.
now we're back into baseball, and then we'll be back into football pretty soon.
Yep.
So.
Yeah, it's never too far away.
Nope.
But it'll be a fun weekend this weekend. Assume you're gonna make the trip to Lafayette.
Yeah,
next week.
Absolutely.
Of course.
They're playing good.
They are. They took
look
down
good.
Kansas State the other night.
They've won 7 in a row, I think, or something like that. Took 2 against Kansas State. I think they swept Maryland.
Yeah.
They got this guy Sawyer Pruitt.
Mm-hmm.
Pitched at Live Oak last year. He's been their midweek starter. Might find his way onto the weekend rotation pretty soon.
Yeah, no, he's a player.
Yeah, they're going to be ready to go. I mean, especially because the game's in Lafayette.
Yeah.
They're going to show out for that one. And, I haven't been to a game there before. I've been in the stadium.
Right.
Looks like a nice venue. It's going to be toxic.
Yeah, 100%.
Are you guys going to go to that?
We might just have to because
We're working on it.
the vibe, the energy is going to be
because they're both good.
Crazy. Yeah, both teams are talented, and they, we talked about it a little bit when we were talking about McNeese and like Northwestern State last year. Like those in-state schools, and I think probably ULO more than the others is like this is the biggest game of the year.
Yeah,
and for them, they are the one school, and this is no offense to them, that think that they're more so on the same level.
Sure,
I think the other ones kind of understand where they're at. And so and the social media aspect plays a lot into it. So
I see that a lot.
It's
and the
usually
game is
pretty
at their
exciting.
part
Yes.
too, so that brings some more intrigue to it. I think LSU is going to be on full. Like you're not catching them, especially because they lost to McNeese. Like you will not catch them sleeping in this one.
The water hose boys. That's what they call.
That's what they call them,
Nice.
right? Yeah.
With a turf field.
Interesting.
A lot of sense.
That grass got to grow.
They could change that if they hire Poggi.
Yeah,
that's true.
There, look at check him
There he
out.
is.
I mean,
What would he do?
it wouldn't.
Get this guy a
this
rake.
is strong. It really is. This is impressive.
Just good strokes. I mean, the balance. That's just an athletic
Look at the footwork.
display.
Yeah, the footwork is excellent. Calves are strong.
I mean, this is what
good
Fort
stuff.
Worth has to look forward to.
Look, everybody else, it's a team effort, but he's so good that he
Solo,
can just handle
baby.
it himself. You
He's
know,
team leader.
one-man band. I like the shirt too.
It's
I got
like
it.
Freddie Mercury.
It is. He came in wearing that
gotta
one
get one
morning,
of
and I was
those.
like, that is
strong.
excellent.
I'm gonna get some old gear. Some game-worn Poge gear.
This guy's
Some hand-me-downs.
This guy's a renaissance man, though. Man of many talents. He's in a
Yes.
fraternity.
Right.
Got a formal they're going to.
He's
so
everywhere.
He's great off the field. He does the field work, so he's good on the field. He's in the studio here. He's a student. Guy does it all. How
He's a
about
busy man.
Yeah.
It's a lot for a gentleman with no vehicle.
it? Got a Swiss Army
He
knife.
walks
here.
around
Right.
everywhere.
Does he?
It's awesome.
Got to get him like a golf cart or something.
Yeah, something.
Wouldn't that
something.
be funny?
Something to get around.
Pulls up in a golf cart.
What's the Segway?
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
one of those hoverboards.
Yeah. I can totally see him
Mall cop.
rocking one of those. Got to be careful here, though, because these roads.
Oh, the
that
potholes.
could
He would be cooked.
That could be dangerous.
Stay on the sidewalk.
Especially if you run into a sinkhole in that. Like it happened in Omaha.
I fell off a scooter in Omaha.
You did. It took you a second to adjust to the.
I've never done it before.
Yeah, they have like the little the lime scooters that you
Yeah,
can rent.
yeah.
And so we found
I
those.
like to go fast.
When we were staying at our Airbnb, we found the line. They had a bunch of them like around the town we were in, and we just started snagging them. And Lloyd was like, this was his first introduction to an electric
what new
scooter.
college is.
Yeah.
As I didn't
And
get
he was
it.
like, and the funny thing was, our Airbnb was on like this hill.
Okay.
And so we were
Oh,
just
no.
flying around. It was awesome.
They said I took off alone one time. I was like, I'm going to learn how to do this. And ate shit.
Yeah.
And I got up, looked around, I was like, I knew I was going to fall. I was like, thank God nobody saw that. But I came back, I was cut, like, you dirty. I was like, dude, I fell. Like, hard.
Could be dangerous.
It was.
Wear your helmet.
Nah.
I was walking around town in Omaha one night at the World Series, and we passed these girls, and
nice.
It was their birthday, they said, or something like that, and one of them was getting on the scooter, just ran right into the wall or something. I was like, "Do you need help?" She's like, "No, we're good." I was like, "Okay." We just kept walking, and so hopefully they're okay. I think they were a little too intoxicated to be operating the scooters.
But they came in clutch. It saved us a lot of money on Ubers. We stopped Ubering.
Can you get a DUI on that?
I think you can.
You probably can.
Yeah, I mean, if you cause some damage, yeah. I mean, I don't think they're going to pull you over and be like, you look a little wonky on that scooter there.
First time.
Well, if you...
Go Tigers. How about that?
I don't know about that. I will say there's this park in Omaha, and if you walk through it, they will get pissed at you. So I think they're more concerned about guarding this park with the slide. There was this slide I wanted to go down one of the nights, and this security guy came out of nowhere. I forget who I was with. Maybe it was Ethan, this kid I work with. And this guy had just appeared. He was like, "Guys, you can't be here right now." We're like, "Okay." So I think they're less concerned about people on scooters than they are
no sliding.
sober people walking through a park.
No sliding. But
yeah,
the scooter saved us a lot of Uber money.
I think they know what happens. Not you and Ethan particularly, but I think they know what happens on the slide at the park.
No, it's not covered. You can see it.
Yeah. It's just being a pain. But no, the scooters were clutch. But besides Lloyd,
I haven't ridden one of those in a long
time.
But it's tougher than you think.
We found our three, and we parked them right outside the Airbnb. It was like we had
auto
cars.
Transportation.
Yeah,
It was fun once you get a hang of it.
It was better than walking because there was one morning we walked like a mile and a half to get breakfast.
Yeah.
And then on the way back we were like,
I skipped that one.
We shouldn't have done this. It was me and Christian. It was like, shouldn't have done this. And then we found the scooters and we scootered back and we're like, this is the play.
Yeah.
And when you get the app, it tells you where they're at.
Oh, okay.
So that comes in handy as well. So it is pretty cool.
I could have used that.
No free sponsorships, but
maybe in the future. From
future.
LSU's hotel to the park, it was like a mile walk, I think, and I just would do it.
Yeah.
Go.
It's good exercise. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Well, see, and the thing is, they're all over LSU's campus because they did it was like a social experiment during my first semester of senior year. They put all these orange scooters on campus, and they just wanted to test how many people used them.
Probably a lot.
And I never did, but then one day it was pouring rain, and I had parked by the football stadium, and I was coming from the quad. So it wasn't a super far walk, but I mean, it was pouring. And I was like, I need to leave. And I just hopped on one of those scooters, and I just zoomed straight to the car. I mean, I was still soaking.
Yeah,
It doesn't save you.
You got wet faster.
Yeah, it doesn't save you but it does make you not have to walk through it.
True.
It's much more fun.
Because there's the old, if you walk through the rain, you get less wet than if you ran through the rain.
Yeah. Well, what if you scooter through the rain?
I think that's more. That's
soaking
That's
wet.
the wettest you can be.
Yeah. Well, John, we appreciate you making your way in.
On that note,
this morning. Thank you for all the insight.
No doubt.
Making some time for us, and we'll get you back in next week.
Appreciate y'all.
See you in Alec Box this weekend.
Yeah, hopefully a good weekend and some good baseball and conference plays coming up.
Yeah,
So,
can't wait.
Looking forward to
It
that.
was the first weekend in it's Nashville. It's Vanderbilt on the road.
March 13th or thereabouts. Jay's not thinking about though. I kind of asked him a question what are they working on between now and then? He's like, yeah, I'm not even there yet. This is you mentioned
answer.
this stretch. This is a good stretch of games.
Yeah, it is.
UL we talked about. He likes Sacramento State, and he thinks these teams will give him a good challenge this weekend. So.
It'll be good because Vanderbilt's playing good baseball
They
from
are.
what I've seen. So it'll be fun.
Yeah.
We can't wait to get to SEC.
Water
play.
Hose boys, the Vandy boys,
All these boys.
all the boys.
What about Jay's boys?
J.E.'s?
No, not
Jay Johnson.
Oh,
Jay Johnson.
Jay and the boys.
those are men.
Those are men. Good answer.
Look at them.
Shout out. Well, we appreciate you. We'll talk to you again next week.
Looking forward
see
to
you
it.
in the stadium. We'll take a quick
Whoa,
break
look
here.
at that. Do that again.
We'll take a quick break. We'll come right back after this.
Ward Wardo's was created in honor of Alan Ward Granning III, fondly known by family and friends as Wardo. In 2019, the oldest brother of the tribe passed away unexpectedly. His remaining siblings and loved ones wanted to honor his memory in a special way. In 2022, Ward's family decided to combine the need for a sandwich shop in downtown Natchez with a desire to pay tribute to Ward's love of good friends, good times, and great food. Through blood, sweat, tears, and countless hours of hard work, Wardo's was born. So go visit Wardo's today at 309 North Broadway Street in Natchez, where the po' boys are so good, you'll swear you're in Cajun country.
Hey, Miss Lou, come visit us, Tom and Wright Granning at Go Martin on the Go Deli.
Go Martin has clean restrooms, community coffee, an awesome beer cave, and a great selection of anything you may need.
Located at the corner of Highland Boulevard and Highway 61 South in Natchez.
Also stop by Wardo's Po' Boys at 309 North Broadway on the beautiful Natchez Bluff,
where everyone is family.
When it comes to your home, the roof over your head matters. At CAS Roofing, we don't just install shingles, we build peace of mind. With years of experience and a commitment to craftsmanship, our team shows up on time, gets the job done right, and treats every project like it's our own home. Whether it's repair, a replacement, or storm damage that caught you off guard, CAS Roofing is ready. We're local, we're dependable, and we stand behind every nail, every shingle, and every promise we make. Because at the end of the day, it's not just about roofing, it's about protecting what matters most. CAS Roofing, built on trust, backed by quality.
All right, welcome back. As we see in the chat, they say defense in Louisiana high school was highly sus, blah, blah, blah. That was AI. That was actually not a real football player. Lloyd
None
was
of them
playing
would.
AI huddle film. None of this is real. I mean, first of all, that's a moonshot of a throw. Lord have mercy.
It was like Max Johnson against Auburn.
Once you know it's AI, you start picking up a little bit. This is all fake. None of this is real football. Whoop, whoop.
It doesn't
But
look
it's like that looks
that
real.
That
looks
like
real.
that was pretty real.
I'm gonna have to flag this video and say there is AI in it.
Oh, probably.
But like, good block
I mean,
there.
that's a tough look.
But like once now that you know it's AI, you're like, okay, this does look a little fake.
But if
like, if I had have shown this to my grandfather, he'd be like, man, LSU needs that guy. Yeah. You know, like that.
It's Facebook.
You know what I mean? Like, no, people are gonna be. Lane Kiffin just offered this
number 4.
This guy who is one race and one clip, another race and wears completely different uniforms every game.
Well, and if you're if you are an actual recruit who has like some highlights, imagine you work in some AI
of course.
among your already real highlights. You'd have no fucking clue.
No chance.
Not
idea.
a shot.
No,
Because
I mean-
Lloyd played it in the break, and we were like, "Who is this guy? This guy's good." And then he goes, "This is AI," and we're like, "I would have never fucking known.
had an idea.
Not a chance
until you said it. Now I know.
Well,
but now I want to put my high school like huddle basketball highlights into AI and be like, make these even better.
And
Like
the
I'm
crazy
gonna
thing
dunk
is,
now.
Yeah.
My brain is so AI'd.
Right.
Like I don't want to get got because it's embarrassing, especially in
So
this
everything's
industry.
AI to you now.
Like I thought this was AI.
No, that's real.
I know, but it could very easily be AI. Like
That's a great video.
That is crazy.
I love that.
But
Good
would you
play-
think,
good job,
just,
Hump.
like just the circumstance of this seems
Right,
like
right,
it would
right.
be.
Well, the first view of it looks.
Well, this video is kind of old, I think. But if it came out like tomorrow, I'd be like, "Oh, that's AI."
Great play, Blue. Good job.
Right, like
by the
all of that
umpire.
is an AI script. Like the coach gonna come out and high five the umpire. He probably
Legit.
was dog cussing him through 4.
That is crazy. Right on
And it's
the
just
poor
right when-
catcher. It's like-
in the blender, bro. He's got no clue
I
what's
shouldn't,
going on.
I shouldn't laugh at that because that's probably scary for the child.
it's
but,
real.
Like, bro, that was like he was literally in a blender. Like,
No, literally.
Like we use it as as figurative language. No, literally in a blender. He was. Oh gosh.
Shout out that umpire, man.
Hunter Hall said, no chance
fear.
that tornado isn't AI and the football is. Isn't that wild?
That's what I'm
Crazy.
saying.
Well, because I
Scary
feel like
world.
sports is a facet of life where we haven't seen AI kind of make
Right,
its
right,
imprint
right.
yet. So, like, seeing that for the first... You've never seen that before.
Right.
We've
right.
never seen
you
AI
don't
sports.
anticipate to
Keep
see
AI out of my fucking sports.
Please.
Okay? Like, that's insane.
Please, I remember. Do you remember the guy that did the fake signing day picking between like Cal
Yes.
and somewhere else, but he didn't have offers?
Yes.
Now kids are gonna actually get offers off of fake huddle clips.
I mean, as if being a college football coach wasn't hard enough.
Right. So I'm seeing that your stats on the year say one thing. Your film's excellent. Like your film looks.
Our coach just doesn't update it.
Yeah, I was like, but no. Yeah, coach. I mean, look, when we played against that team, you saw me make the cut inside and that.
I have to fly out there
and watch. Realize you're actually not playing.
You don't. This is even a real. Yeah, you're not. You can work for the graphics department though.
I'm about to. Let's see.
I mean that is unbelievably insane.
That this one is real.
Because I would assume there's like a generator where you can like decipher what is AI or not.
Yeah.
But the fact that you even have to fucking do that now as a college football coach is absurd.
I'm about to see if ChatGPT can make my high school highlights better.
Shout out, man.
Let's see here. We could go 13 for 13 while I
absolutely
turn myself into Steph Curry.
Yeah, 5-star.
LeBron James. Be like, why did he? No, Noah Tingle was 6'8", 250 pounds.
Yeah. White chocolate.
Check this out. Step back and watch this drive.
I think there's like better apps than ChatGPT.
Well,
yeah,
probably.
I don't think ChatGPT would be the best one.
They probably don't have
like
the capability.
Sora's a good one.
Yeah, Sora's the one they use all over TikTok.
Yeah, that's the one that like creates
if we
like
thought,
videos.
Oh, Manti Te'o would have been in such a blender.
I mean, he was struggling.
Yeah, just via text.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah, AI would have cooked him. Let's see.
You ever barrel up a baseball?
David Price, Shane Bieber, Raleigh
David Cone.
Fingers. Is that a pitcher?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, then Price, Bieber, and Fingers. Those are all pitchers.
And we've also got Yank, Card, Brew, Rock. Yankees, Cardinals, Brewers, and Rockies.
Yep. Oh, the Wave. Oh, well.
Oh.
Did I do it wrong? Did I go too fast?
No.
Barrel, swell, crest, and wave.
Yep.
Shucka bra. Whoopsh.
What is that?
Surfing.
Oh.
I got totally pitted.
Replace, pull, take out, yank. It's blue, brew, rock.
Jays.
Yeah. These are probably they're probably all in one division. No, they're not.
They just threw in the Yank to fuck us up.
It's the Yank.
What?
It's the Yank.
The Yank.
The Yank.
Yeah, man, the Yankees. Also, I didn't get to mention it while John was here.
You can talk while John's here.
What?
You can talk.
Well, no, I don't want to interrupt anybody.
Well,
but
no,
why don't they just go to fucking electronic strike zones? Why? Like, I don't understand. I don't know that you could do it in college baseball, but in the major leagues, why are we?
Because they need a job.
I don't give a fuck. No, they don't.
It's the
same thing. Why do you have
the conversation of you want it?
You can still be the umpire. I'm not saying fire all the home plate umpires. You still need umpires, but the strike zone specifically, just go to an electronic zone. Why do we have to change the zone every single game? It's not that difficult. That'd be like in football if they moved the out of bounds line every game and it was different. Or every play even.
Would they do that with catches?
Yes, but it's still the same line. The line is the line.
Because I don't disagree. They fall in the argument of it's the human element, right?
Right.
Like it keeps it kind of, whatever. But like I remember the first time I watched a tennis match. And tennis is it's the sport where when they need to check if it was in or out, they go to the electronic thing. You can watch. It literally goes like that. Like it's fast.
Awesome.
And I remember like thinking about football with the chain gang and when they're trotting the chains out there to try to do it, or
measuring it with a note card,
right? Or baseball with the strike zone. I'm just like, you could make these all much more efficient.
Yeah.
And I think at some point it will, but there's just a collective that just wants to keep the human element.
But the human element is being wrong.
Right.
Like, why would you want that? I want every single call, officiating-wise, in every single sport, to be right. Why would you ever want it to not be right?
Gambling.
And also with, because then you have your sports like basketball where there's not really anything you can do that with. Like, everything's in the officials' hands. You know? Like, if you travel or not, which in the NBA they don't call it, but that's up to the official if they see it or not. So
I understand the human element of the game if you have to have it. Like, it's difficult to – you can't do that in the NBA.
Right,
But in the Major League Baseball, there's no reason –
Major League Baseball.
In Major League Baseball, whatever. There's no reason why you should have differing strike zones every single game. The zone is the zone is the zone is the zone.
What would Angel Hernandez have done? You have to think about
We should have never been an umpire.
I know, but to think about the 30-year grift.
Right.
He can still we can still have a home plate umpire.
To do what?
To call for safe and out at home plate or whatever. Seek balls down.
I think the current process, I don't think they're like I don't hate the challenge it, but I think you should get one each or there should be a certain limit on it where you can't just go.
They have
every
two.
Pitch, there should be a limit on it because you can't just challenge every pitch.
Why challenge it? Like, let's just have electronic strike zones. Obviously, yes, smaller guys have smaller zones. I'm not advocating for one uniform strike zone.
Right.
Every person has a different strike zone. But, like, let's just be uniform with whatever that zone is. If it touches the zone, it's a strike.
Yeah.
If it's in the other batter's box, it's a ball.
Well, see, because that's the
this
funny
is not
thing.
difficult.
Because like I'll play MLB The Show, and I'll put
even
one
in MLB
the
The Show,
and it'll be like ball.
Yeah,
it's a video game.
You can literally, in college football, they'll make the wrong call and then go to the booth review. What the fuck are we? It's a video game.
But
just call it right.
No, I like it.
It's
we don't know.
I'll sit. I'll be playing MLB The Show, and there's a ball that's like it's teetering on the zone, but it's definitely a ball.
Yeah,
and it'll be like, shut through, you're out. And I'm like, what? I'm But I guess it's.
There's a setting in MLB that's like perfect strike zones.
Right.
Yes. Why would I not want a perfect strike zone?
Because then you'll lose. You go that far, and then we don't have this. There'll just be robots doing it.
No,
And
you can never take
replace.
this. You can never replace this, man.
You can never replace
I mean, look at this. This is like, did y'all ever watch Surf's Up where Big Z's teaching him how to make the board? You just got to get the board out of the wood. It's in there. Look at that. Look at that. Wax on, wax off.
This is excellent.
I mean, that's easy.
Yeah, I mean, this is.
Do you think they teach him, like, do you think he knows what he's doing?
Yes.
Yeah, they go through
But,
a
like,
little training.
what is the strategy there?
You've never raked?
I rake.
rake.
Not like this.
I rake.
You know what's crazy? I told Christian this the other day. When we at Hooters, we were talking about like each of our individual greatest athletic achievements. The entire drive home from Central, an hour 20, hour 30 for me. I did not listen to music the entire time. All I was thinking about was we make it a joke now, but the best like
sports moment of your life?
No, not even that, of me barreling up a baseball. Yeah. Of like the best like exit velos I ever had. I was thinking about it for hours, and it was so much fun.
Then I'm home.
It was awesome.
Well, see, for the funny
I thought about like the best game I ever played.
That's awesome.
I was like just awesome.
Well, see, that's me. Like I stopped playing baseball like early, like right at the beginning of middle school. So like I never really got to like really rip a baseball like. And so then when we played in that softball tournament last year. And somebody it's slow pitch softball, but I just torched one. Mm-hmm. And I was like, in my life, I've never really done this because I didn't play baseball that much. And I just torched one, and the game was over. Yeah. Like, I mean, I was like, that is pretty sick. It does feel pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It might be the best feeling in the world.
Yeah. When you know you get one.
Oh, I know, but now I like
baseball.
Yeah, but also like golf. Is
very
similar.
No, yeah.
Because baseball, like I did play the entire time until they told me stop.
Right.
But now it's golf where you can get that that.
That's the same feeling.
That same pure feeling, like shooting a 3, same type of deal, where it's like, ooh.
But see, for me, like I've had one good drive, like playing golf in my life. Like that's it. That's
all. You know what it feels like.
But I mean, I remember it happened, and I was like, I think it was me and Bill, and I was like.
This is why y'all do it. Yeah.
And you probably look stupid, but in your mind you're like, oh, that was like a professional drive.
Well, like
it's the but you get to. That's the thing.
Well, it ends up on the green, and I'm like, oh my gosh.
It's the same feeling.
Yeah,
they feel the
you
same
get the
thing.
same feeling.
I'm going to get into – I know it's going to happen.
Yeah.
I've been holding
Let's go
off
today.
for so long.
We'll go today. We'll go play golf now.
I have no – I've never played – I've
That's
literally
fine.
never
This
played
is
golf.
perfect
I'll do
content.
it. Like, I will fucking do it. But, like, I've never – I know I'm going to get into it, and I'm trying to hold off for as long as possible because I know once I start, I won't stop.
Yeah. No, you get hooked on it for a little while because you're never going to be good at it for me. And so, like, I'm always like – I'm gonna be better today, and then I'm not, and it's like, well, the next time I got it.
Mm-hmm.
But I haven't played in a long time because I got burnt out just in anger.
You got to get over that hump.
And I broke my pitching wedge.
See,
that's my favorite. It's my favorite club.
It had to let you down,
and I just freaking.
Because that is me.
Slammed on the ground. There goes the.
That is me. Like, I don't get frustrated at, like, my teammates or, like, other people. I get frustrated at myself. Yeah. Like, if I'm not good enough to do something, it bothers me.
And it's the club's
badly.
fault. Well, see, that's the dangerous thing is that I enjoy, as I've gotten older, like, I enjoy going to play tennis. I enjoy golf. Those are sports that are not good for me because there's something in my hand.
Right.
Like, basketball is good for me because if I got mad, I'm just mad. Like, if the shot doesn't go in, you're getting back on defense. You can't.
Foul.
For me, if it's a bad shot in tennis, I'm just slamming the racket on the ground. Like, well, now I broke my racket. I have to go get another one.
My problem is video games, and there's a controller.
The controller,
in my
yeah,
hand.
I'm the same
The
way.
controller goes flying.
And
sometimes.
in high school, I rolled through controllers.
I used to throw them at my wall, and my mom saw it and got really mad.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
So eventually, I started, like, physically, like, putting down my controller to, like, not do it. And I remember it got so bad, I was playing, it was like 2K, I think, and I used to play, like, standing up on my bed for some reason.
Sick.
And so I put my controller down, and I just genuinely put a shoulder into my wall, thinking, like, oh, this wall's not going to give. There is a shoulder-sized hole to this day in my wall that is purple and gold striped. I'll send you all a picture when I get home. It's from, like, 2017.
That's sick.
My mom walked in. She was like, what the fuck is that? I was like, well, you told me not to throw the controllers.
Yeah.
I got the controller thing under
I rolled
control.
through controllers. My younger brother, because the Xbox, we battled back and forth when he was in middle school. He needs it in his room this week. It'll be my room the next week. So I'm playing 2K in his room, and it just got to me, and I punched his closet door.
That's a bad one when it's little brother.
And it's
No, I'm not gonna let you beat me.
Yeah,
You're not supposed to.
Well, no, he wasn't even there. I was just playing. I was just in his room, so it's his closet door.
Okay, yeah.
It's not my door. My
I did
door's
that
fine.
too. I used to get
It's his
mad.
door.
I used to get mad, and I would go to my brother's room to fuck shit up. I like hit the wall with a crutch one time, and like put a hole in the wall, and then you like try to be stupid. You put you'll pin like a piece of paper over it, and be like, oh, you see the football schedule for this year? And my brother immediately is like, what the? There's a hole here.
No, I remember I did it, and as soon as there's the hole in the door, I'm just like, shit, like mom's gonna be pissed.
Yeah, I'm screwed.
And so then
Post-nut
I sent a
clarity.
picture of
Yeah,
it.
literally.
I sent a picture of it to Bill, and Billy's literally in his truck, and he goes, "You know what the door? Send me a picture of the door. I'll go to Lowe's right now." Like we were gonna
real
go.
shit.
It was a great friend.
Yeah.
He was like, we'll change that door right now. I was like, nah, she's already like on the way home. Like, it's not red. It doesn't
it's
matter.
over.
Like I'm cooked.
Yeah.
And I just remember she was like, she came in there, she saw it. I was like,
I'm sorry.
Sorry. And she was like, just go to your room. I was like, yes, ma'am, my bad.
Yeah.
And don't
That's honestly not bad.
And he still has the hole in his door because I put a hole in my wall one time, but that got fixed. We got that plastered and fixed. So there's no more hole.
Yeah.
But
well, my mom was like, she thought as punishment, she was like, we're just gonna keep your wall this way, and I was like,
okay,
Now-
fine.
now it's gonna-
10 years later, like I don't fucking.
When I put the hole in the door, when I put the hole in the wall, my mom came into my room because I like told her, I was like, "Ma, put a hole in the wall," and she goes, "Go to your room." So I go to my room, and I'm just like, I'm like 12. I'm in my room, I just have my hand like this. I'm just like, such an idiot, such an idiot. Such
Yeah,
an idiot.
you gotta play it off
Yeah,
like
yeah,
you're
yeah.
like remorseful.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
man, I'm such a fuck up, dude. Why did I do that?
And then my mom just comes in our room. She rips the door open. She walks over to my desk that had the TV and the Xbox, and she just grabs all of it.
Oh,
rips
no.
it all
Oh,
out
it's
wall,
the
and I'm just
worst.
like,
Oh
So
no.
I'm just sitting there, and she's like, phone. And so I give her my phone. Like, so then now I'm just sitting in the room, and I'm just like, I'm just staring at the hole in the wall. Like, you ruined my life. I had everything before you.
Yeah, it literally was like that.
Yeah,
Dude,
like,
fuck
my
that.
life was perfect before you showed up.
Yeah.
That's a good
I don't
punishment.
understand. Like, what is the big problem with a hole in the wall? I'm definitely like naive to this because I'm not. Well, I am an adult.
I mean, you can get it
but like I've
fixed.
never owned a house, so
Right.
like I don't like what is the big problem with having
Fixing
a hole
it.
in the wall?
You just have to fix it.
Okay, but we haven't fixed mine in my room. It's been fine.
I mean, you just like when
The
you
resale
if you want
value.
to sell the house, you have to get it fixed.
It's money. It all comes down to like
Yeah.
a monetary issue.
But I think
But
at that
they've waited
point,
10 years. You could have put down
Well,
$5.
I think
$5 a month
I think
for 10 years.
at that point, it's more of like it's not your house. You can't put holes.
Yeah.
in
I
the
guess
wall.
that's fair.
It's
It's
more of like a
respect
point.
factor.
Yeah.
I guess that's fair. Yeah. But it surely was my fucking PlayStation when she would rip it
Yeah,
out the
yeah,
wall.
yeah.
She had no issue doing that.
But yeah. Sorry, mom. Love you, mom. But yeah,
So yeah, golf will go great.
golf gets to. And but see, like I don't get that that's the crazy thing about me. Is I am, and I'm not trying to boost my. I'm a very patient person. Like I don't get mad.
I think I'm. Yeah.
Like
I'm
I
pretty
don't
patient,
like
too.
things don't get to me. Watching sports, like LSU sports, mostly. Playing sports,
Right.
and video games, like the competitive, it just
Yes.
it flips a switch.
Competition.
I'm a completely different
Yeah,
human
the
being.
competition gets.
It's unbelievable.
But it's like for me, like I'm not gonna. If we end up going golfing, I'm not gonna get frustrated today because I know I'm gonna suck.
Right.
If I know I'm supposed to suck at something, it is what it is. But if I'm not performing to like if I know I should be winning something or if I should be doing better,
Of course.
that's what bothers me the most. And it's the same thing with like sports. Like if LSU is playing worse than they can and they're gonna lose
Yeah.
because of it, that bothers me.
yeah.
That's the most annoying thing.
But it's just with the putting the holes in the wall, it was a respect thing, and you learn from it.
Yeah.
That's
like
that's why you get your PlayStation taken away.
Not do it. Not gonna.
I
I'm not
got
gonna do that
If
again.
you never got punished, then you would do it again.
Right. Not gonna do
Well,
that.
now
again.
I buy my own controllers. and
Yeah,
it's
that-
like,
but
I
that-
can't
Yeah,
fucking
yeah.
I can't
Or
do it
you
now.
can make enough money where I can break all of these.
Yeah.
No,
These are
that's-
mine
that's
now. I
the
can
That's
break
the goal.
That's the goal.
Yeah.
That's the
And then you
dream.
have just a hole in the wall. It's a strike zone.
I would want a house with a controller breaking. I want like a rage room.
Yeah.
You see, I just I've convinced. I tried to get my mom to get me a punching bag for my room, like just to
that'd be
have
so
in there,
cool.
like just one of the
guy
one of the
stuff, man.
dude ones, like
Yeah.
you know like the dude.
Yeah.
That's got like the whole thing. And I guess that's kind of, now that I'm saying it's kind of Dahmerish a little bit.
I was
You know,
gonna
where he
say,
goes to
yeah.
mannequin, don't go in my room, Grandma.
Sweeping
But, like,
with it.
I just wanted like
Good
this
mom
was
to
solved-
not get you it.
Yeah.
Great mom.
I'm playing 2K and I lose. And it was just body blow.
Your parents are making dinner and they Noah!
No, calm down there.
Come to dinner sweating. Not done yet.
Kidney, jab. Like, dude, just getting after it. But then I'd probably be in great shape.
Yeah.
Just be boxing.
But then it gives
every
you,
day.
but then it creates a habit, which it's okay to express anger. It's certainly at somebody now. Now you're fighting. Like,
Yeah.
I've been practicing, and it's like, well, don't do that either. You can't just go beating up people. I don't like the way he looked at me.
Yeah.
That was pretty psychologically smart. You should have some kids. You'd be a good parent.
Oh yeah,
No
I
chance.
parent myself every day.
Yeah. Yeah, I know.
A
But it's also
5-year-old son throws up. He's like, no, that's okay.
something about
In the
that.
toilet.
Yeah.
And it's something about that the man punching bag. Anytime I
Yeah.
walk through an academy, or
Oh, you
like
have to.
You got to punch.
If you don't punch him, you're a pussy. Like, you are a pussy. Like,
you have to hit him.
you have fucking self-control. Fucking good job, buddy.
Yeah, like you have.
I
to.
prefer the
this is
normal
free.
punching bag.
Yeah. I don't know why. I just always like to punch the guy.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why you don't have one.
Yeah. I just like to
Do you
punch
think,
the dude.
like, how old were you when you asked your mom for this?
Like 11.
Yeah, do you think she was like a little like...
No, I mean I think she had spent enough money on controllers.
Not that she
and
would be
things.
disappointed if
Right,
that was the
right.
case, but do you think she was just like,
I don't think
this
so.
is a little...
But I could see now, like when I started saying it aloud, I was
Yeah.
like, but I want the man punching.
Let me get that
bag.
really cut white guy right there. With the jacked abs and the big shoulders.
Why don't I look like you? And Chris would be like, "Is there a girl one?"
See, look, there's Gage. Gage, I love a good uppercut on that guy. You have to. You can't not.
You have to.
You can't not hit him.
When you hit a good one and he fucking spins his jaw, you're like, oh, I'm the fucking man, dude.
Did you see that?
Yeah. You're like, let somebody bump into me on the fucking sidewalk.
Oh, yeah.
It's like the people that do, like, what is it? You see UFC training?
Yeah.
Oh, the
like they go and work out there.
Yeah, right.
And then it's like you don't actually think, like, just because you've been hitting a punching bag doesn't mean you can actually fight.
Right.
And then they get a little bit of, and it's like, just don't.
Yeah. Well, that's my brother's
Just
been
come
training to box because he's doing the
Right,
frat
and you feel like
boxing match.
Oh, when?
At the end of March. Oh, I'll probably go.
No, we all.
Yeah,
we're
y'all can
going.
go. I would love to go.
We should walk him out.
I'll do it.
I would love to walk him out.
I told him the other
We
day,
need
I was like,
Cordell. We need Cordell to
Yes.
rap walking him out.
I told him, I was like, just because you've been training, like, I could still beat your ass.
Yeah,
you know
yeah,
that,
yeah.
right? He's
But
like, no.
There is like, he will know how to throw a punch. Like he'll catch you with not like a big. Everybody just wants to throw this one. If he just fucking, he'd be like, "What the fuck was that?" Then he breaks your nose. That would suck, and you wouldn't want to fight anymore.
But if he broke my nose, I would actually kill him.
Right, but then now you're not boxing. Now you're fighting.
Oh no, that I would actually like
Hug him.
slam. Yeah. I would use my body, and I would
Right,
like, stop
yeah.
fucking around, and I would actually fucking kill him. Because that is how siblings fight. You're like fucking around a little bit, and then one person goes a little too far.
You actually
and then
catch him,
and then it's fucking war.
Yeah,
that's where it starts. God, I miss beating the shit out of my brother.
Yeah, no, it is. It's something about, like, every time Max comes back home, we just throw down. Like, as soon as he walks through the door, we're going to wrestle.
Yeah. See, did you have a moment, because you're a middle child, did
Right.
you have a moment where you realized, because I assume, did your sister beat you up when you were younger?
No, not really. But
Really?
there was one moment where I crashed out on her and I put her in in a headlock.
Yeah.
And that's when Mom was like, "That is your sister, and you
Yeah,
cannot."
dude,
She's
yeah.
and that
older.
was the right.
She's
I was
older.
like 8, she was 10.
Yeah.
And it was like, and Mom was like, "You cannot. That is your sister.
that's a girl.
You cannot." And that was the realization where, like, no, I can't put my hands on my sister.
Yeah.
Or women. Or
'cause, like,
women.
Yeah, women in general. But at that moment for my sister, I was just like, I mean, she.
But up
pissed me
until
off.
8, his
Bah,
hands
bah,
are
bah.
Pay for all. Where's my controller, bitch?
But I don't remember what it was, because me and my sister did, like
Yeah.
me and Max never really went at it. Me and my sister would argue, and there was just one
Right.
time, I don't remember, and I just put her in a freaking sleeper hold, like
Yeah.
chokehold, and Mom was like, and she, Cassidy was not happy about it. She goes to Mom, and Mom just lets me have it, and I was like,
Disarrays you.
and I was like, I understand it. I
Yeah,
get
I
it.
get
Like,
it now.
I look back and I'm like, I shouldn't have.
Yeah, but mate,
Well,
I used to have a terrible temper.
Yeah,
It went away.
Used to?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Like up until like 12.
right.
Oh, okay. So, like, really, really young.
Yeah.
What would
But
you
Sean
do?
was terrified of me.
Is Sean older or younger?
3 years older.
3
than
years
me.
old, yeah.
Oh, okay. That's about me and my brother. And my brother had a terrible temper, but I'm 4 years older than him, so I could always fuck with him. But it would always be, my sister is 1 year below my brother. And so, like, before they hit puberty, that was always the fight. It was like, I would be hanging out playing video games or whatever, and they'd be fighting. And then every once in a while, like, my sister would get my brother, and we'd make fun of him. He'd be like, "You getting beat up by a girl?" And then he would just get so fucking angry
And
and
now
just start
he's
lashing
boxing.
out. Yeah, now he'd probably beat the fuck out of me.
Yeah.
Really.
Well, see, because that was the thing.
Cut that
was
out the show, bud.
That was the problem with Max. Was he was always such a small kid.
Yeah.
Like he didn't like really grow until like his junior year of high school. He went from like 4'11" to like 5'6". So like he was always so small. So it was just like when I would get mad at him and I'd put my hands on, like, it was just one shove and then it was like it's over.
Yeah.
But then you hit the classic move of like you close the door and you go over to him. You're like, you're fine. You're not really hurt that bad. You're good. You're good.
Hit me back. Hit me harder. That is what it is.
It's a
You
go-to.
have to. Yeah, it's the go-to.
And Mom's like, is he okay in there? Yeah, he's fine. He's
Yeah.
fine.
And he's like,
Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
He's like, I'm gonna tell Mom. No. Hit me as hard as you fucking want. Please don't
Yeah,
tell
you
Mom.
can kick me in the balls.
Please,
it's fine.
God,
Just
don't
do whatever,
tell Mom.
Whatever. Just you can hurt me. I'm fine. It's okay.
Honestly,
Don't
tell Mom. That's fine. Don't tell Dad. Dad'll fucking beat the shit out of me. Sorry, Dad. I didn't mean to out Dad on fucking. He was a good dad. Nah, he didn't beat the fuck out of me. My mom beat the shit out of me one time. She publicly humiliated me. Not
Really?
public, but yeah. So I had in 5th grade in this math class, we had like online assignments, but this was 2010. back when like online shit, we didn't really do online shit, and I completely forgot about it. I missed like 10 of them, like didn't even attempt
Think
them.
about it.
Yeah, so like my mom got an email and was like, I'm failing math, like 5th grade math. I have like a 95 in the class. I just didn't do these 10 assignments because they're online. I'm in the shower. I get out the shower. She
tail whips you?
Beats the fuck out of me. I'm fully naked. She's like, you're going to get on that fucking computer and you're going to do your assignment right now. Naked. In the living room, I am butt-ass naked, sitting on a high chair doing math. Butt-ass naked, sobbing. My fucking lower lip is quivering. And I am butt-ass naked in the... My dad comes home, he's like, what the fuck is going on? My mom's explaining the situation, and my dad was like, okay, I mean, look, I'm all for punishment, but why don't we let him put on some clothes? Like, yeah. I hope the statute of limitations is over on that.
Why don't you come have a seat right over here? No, that's my son.
Yeah. My mom
3
likes
times
that.
2, bitch.
Yeah. My mom likes that story though. She's like proud of that. It is funny.
It's a good story.
It is funny.
Yeah, but Stevie was like, yeah, you got to let him hit you or try to make him laugh. You got to try to make him laugh.
I always, you got to let him hit you.
Yeah, I try. Well, yeah, that was the first move, and then if I can get him to laugh, I'm like, okay, we're in the clear.
Got to calm it down.
Yeah, we're in the clear.
If you can get like a crying laugh out of him, you're like, okay,
tickle him to death.
Okay.
But I mean, there was Max. I used to set Max off.
Yeah.
He just gets so mad at me.
I think I broke my brother's nose.
Nice.
When I was like 8, he must have been like 4 or 5.
Jesus.
Yeah, I was like holding him, and I had him in like a waist hug, I guess. It was nut to butt, I guess. But, so like if I'm gonna describe it, and then I just like had him over like the tile on the ground, and he was like, "Let me go." So I just let him go, and he dropped straight on his fucking nose. I did not expect that, and my parents took away American Idol, the video game, and my wheelies. It's fucking bullshit, dude.
Yeah, it does suck. Yeah, no, it really would happen on the basketball court. Me and Max would play, and I'd block a shot. He'd be like, "You're not allowed to block. No blocking."
Yeah.
And then Mom would have to come out, "No, you can't block a shot." I'm like, "Well, whatever."
Yeah.
And of course I'm going to block his shot. I'm a foot taller than him.
Yeah. What do you think, I'm going to take it easy on him because he's fucking blood related? Yeah. Fuck this kid.
Yeah, literally.
My dad used to... Wait, what do you mean literally? I mean... yeah, I don't know about that. But we used to run like one-on-one routes, right. And he's smaller than me. So I would just stand here with my hands up over him. Yeah. And my dad would be like, "That's pass interference. You don't fucking know ball. I'm not even touching him." He's like, "No, you have to locate the ball. You have to play the ball." I was like, "No, fuck, I don't. If I'm not touching him, it's not pass interference."
Was a legitimate rule.
Yeah. That exactly. And I'm like, I'm literally not.
No, that was
touching
pass
him.
interference.
And dude, I'm still mad about that. He used to fucking.
He was
set me
right,
off, man. No, he's not.
The rule used to be that
if I'm not touching him,
it used to be that you couldn't do that. That's true.
No, it's not.
That was in that era.
What, as a wide receiver, you couldn't just stop and...
No, a corner.
I'm not touching
him. He was the receiver.
No, I'm the corner.
Oh.
I'm not touching him.
It doesn't matter.
Yes, it does.
You couldn't face guard.
Shut up, Courtney.
I'm just telling you.
No,
he's trying to make you a better ball player.
What my dad used to do, and this is literally that, when me and Max would go one-on-one, I'd like run around, and as soon as I like turn to look at it, he's already thrown the ball to Max.
Mm-hmm.
And he's just always like, "Oh, my bad quarterback." Mm-hmm. And I used to get so mad. I'm like, "Dad, I haven't caught the ball yet."
Yeah.
And then Max would run around and it'd be like dotted up.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, he wouldn't catch it because I deflected or whatever, but it was just like, I can't ever catch the ball. You keep throwing it to my 4'3" little brother that's guarding me, and I'm 5'10".
That was infuriating when
angry.
the smaller siblings got like preferential treatment because they were worse. Fuck that. Right. I'm like, they're not as good as me. Let me cook.
No, that makes them better.
That was good. I do have a lot of pressure built up. Thank you, Sabrion.
Yeah. Here we go.
Thank you
Celebrity
guys for
mashup.
letting me release on the show.
Mm-hmm.
It's Elizabeth Olsen.
It is the
eyes. Oh yeah, it is.
And then I don't know who that guy is.
Harvey Weinstein.
No, don't think so. I don't know this gentleman.
John Favreau? No.
Was he ever bald?
I don't think know. Yeah, his hair's never looked that bad.
Paul Giamatti, that is who it is.
Oh, God.
It is Paul Giamatti.
He's on here a lot.
Yeah, this is not the first time we've had Paul Giamatti. Played QB, was taken in round 3 of the 2008 draft by this. Who did Kevin O'Connell play quarterback for? I didn't know he was a quarterback.
AFC East is Pats, Dolphins,
Jets,
and Bills.
I think it's the Jets. It's Pats or Jets.
I have no clue.
I feel like if he was on the Pats, we'd remember that.
I feel like they would have put that everywhere.
It is the Pats. Wow.
Yeah.
Backed up Tom.
Mm-hmm. I thought so. It was one of the two. I think he played. Oh.
Pats.
Pats.
I hate when you stay in all caps. It bothers me. I don't know why. Oh.
Is this Yi Jianling?
It is Yi Jianling.
Nope.
No.
Just
type in Y-I.
Y-I.
There you go.
Yijalon.
Yinkadare.
You're on your Asian
Cameron
grind.
Smith. Cameron Smith and Cameron Young. Where's Smith from? Why can I not think of the country of origin? Is he Australian? Or is he just British?
Y'all are the golf boys.
Yeah, he's
Australian.
Australian.
I was going to say that or South Africa. Not that one.
This German
maybe.
philosopher wrote that. Wait, let me call Christian.
Oh, I know this.
Okay, never mind. What is it?
It's Karl Marx.
Marx. I referenced him today.
Yesterday.
I was going to say, I think I would have remembered a Karl Marx reference.
Yeah, it was yesterday. Under the Tootsie umbrella, this brand's name is found with a pink bubble behind it on bags of blow pops.
Oh.
Is it
I don't know this.
Charms?
Is that what it is? In front of a pink bubble?
It's not bad.
We used to do that in school. The elephant. Haven't done it in a while.
It is charms.
Yeah.
You haven't done it in a while, I can tell. Your elephant's gotten worse.
I know.
It's okay. Shake back.
Practice every day.
After midnight from 2024 to 2025, this stand-up comedian had 2020 Netflix specials, Quarter Life Crisis, and Prodigal Daughter. So it's a female comedian.
Why are you laughing, dude?
I just looked at Lloyd's face and made me laugh.
What if?
I have no idea.
I mean,
what's the blonde girl?
Amy Schumer?
No, the attractive blonde girl.
Amy Schumer.
No, it's not. It's not her.
She's on Ozempic now.
The one with she's in the oh no wait, that's not a blonde.
Taylor Tomlinson.
Oh, Nikki
Oh, Glazer.
Nikki
I was just trying to think of a female comedian.
I think those are the two.
Hannah Berner's funny. I like Hannah Berner.
I don't know who that is.
Nikki Benz.
Matthew McConaughey played a fugitive hiding on a small island. This 2012 drama featuring Reese Witherspoon.
Oh, Sahara.
Michael Shannon. Yep.
Is that right?
I don't know it.
I don't want to get any wrong.
I trust you though. Should I? Should I trust you? Who is Taylor Tomlinson? I've never heard of that human in my life.
I don't know the last 3 people on that list.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know Taylor Tomlinson.
Mud. I'm glad I didn't click anything. Nice. Thank you.
Mud. Music. Later sampled by Eminem.
It's not so
Oh, this is
Not so bad.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
By
Dear Mister,
Elton.
I'm too good to call or write my fans. This will be the last package I ever send your ass. I know you got my last 2 letters.
But it's not the Eminem song.
No, yes, thank you. This is the Dido song.
Okay.
Though the Eminem song is Stan.
Yeah, Stan. Yeah.
Nice.
Thank you. You have mic'd up today?
Mhm.
On Zoom, in person,
I don't know.
IRL. When's those? 6:30 p.m. tonight.
6:30. Yeah.
Some midday games tomorrow, then an evening game on Monday, and an evening game on Wednesday in Lafayette. So you won't be able to come to Lafayette because y'all have mic'd up on Wednesday.
What if I do it from Zoom?
Maybe so. How about it? What are you smiling at over there?
He gets that mischievous
He
grin.
does. Oh, I know what you're talking about now. Hunter Hall Central playoff game. Yeah, tonight. That's why I got the quarter zip one. Nice.
Kansas State fan.
Kansas State, yeah, no, this is Central Wildcat.
Shout out the Wildcats.
Are y'all should get in trouble for that.
The logo? Mm-hmm. It's high school. Every high school uses.
I don't like when
college
high
logos.
schools do it, but
There's only so many.
How can you persecute them?
You can only have so
Be
many
creative.
logos.
Create your own. You can make your own Wildcat.
I mean, you could make your own Wildcat.
I mean, we there is a Central Wildcat that looks different than this. This is the Power Cat is a great logo.
Power Cat.
That's
yeah,
what it's
but
called,
somebody
the
already
Power
has
Cat.
it.
Right, all right. A lot of places have it.
Yeah, I know. I do think it's kind of Bush League.
I mean, look at the Sailor Mikes. Everybody's got a Sailor Mike.
Well, I don't doesn't it bother you that like the Packers in Georgia have the same G?
And Grambling.
Yeah, and Grambling.
It's all the same.
And
just different
Bishop
colors.
Gorman.
Right.
Like, doesn't that bother you? Isn't that like, well, that's stupid?
Not really. I guess I don't know. I've never really thought about it.
I don't like that at all. And I don't like that. Like, there's a high school that has like the Florida Gators gator, just with,
Right,
like
right.
the different colors. I don't know. I don't like that at all. I do kind of agree with Lloyd.
Interesting. I've never really thought about it.
I can't like. We can't like defund your school.
Yeah,
It's
well,
not
yeah.
that big of a deal, but
No.
it does bother me a little. It irks me.
I'm trying to think of other Louisiana high schools that
irks.
have like similar logos to colleges because I feel like there are some.
Carr has the Clemson.
Yeah, it's the paw.
The paw.
It's just I think instead of it being tilted, it's straight up.
Yeah, might be.
Shout out.
Y'all's logo is just an M. This is junior high baseball. These are middle schoolers.
You couldn't have pulled up the varsity team
from last season. This is last year's middle school team.
Hold on, why is there such a different age gap?
Why is he laughing at this?
He's crying.
How'd you pull up last year's middle school baseball team?
It's saved on the computer.
You have it saved on the computer.
I just typed in my high school.
LC's place.
And I can't believe this is on here.
Why do you have that on that computer?
I don't. I'm still Google Images. Like, this is bad. They shouldn't put junior high kids on the internet. Considering.
After you just
That's
popped it
why
up
it's
on
so
our
funny.
on the show. Look at the age difference. Like, the people on the top are like adults, and the kids on the bottom are like 7.
Yeah, these 4 up top better play.
But yeah, Central High School
See,
plays.
this is Menard. This is Trend.com.
Whoa, West
Go
Washington.
to
West
the
Washington.
old
6
tire.
p.m.
Go to the old tire factory.
Yeah. The Tractor Supply.
Tractor Supply.
Run by the Tractor Supply. They got needles in the back.
They were.
You ever run a cycle yourself?
Oh yeah, we used to. The whole team.
I
did
just think
Trend.
it's crazy you took the pills.
Well, we were.
Yeah.
15.
I know. I just never.
Yeah, that's insane.
Yeah, and then.
That's probably why you throw up daily.
Yeah.
Oh, something happened. We had no clue.
Central sticks.
Nice. We should have.
Yeah.
We didn't know what we were doing, but then we got put on this old website, Ken Ramsey, and they're like, the whole Menard football team is juicing. We're like, fuck.
They
got really good in 1 year.
Yeah.
How are they so strong?
These guys really are just really tightened together in the locker room.
It's like, how did they get so strong in one offseason?
They were really bad last year. Like, oh.
No, there wasn't too much really going on. Like, not with the. It wasn't the athletes. At Central, like, it wasn't the athletes ever doing anything. Like, even when I was younger, like, it was.
Yeah, it was just people who wanted to get
It was just
big.
the guys that just like didn't do anything, just worked out.
We had wrestlers. We had wrestlers who would
Really?
do it.
It was rampant in Alexandria. We had a
Yeah.
kid that could squirt milk out of his nipples. And he did it as a party trick. Like when you're playing beer pong, he would.
What?
What?
Men can do that?
Yeah, he was
I didn't
lactating
know we had
he
milk
was.
ducts.
You had to. Yeah, like when you cycle off, you take estrogen,
Oh,
To
yeah.
balance out your
Okay,
levels.
that does make sense. Yeah.
and he would do it at like
I was gonna say, but that doesn't
while
happen.
you were shooting.
like,
It's like you're shooting milk into your own beer. And he's like,
I'm gonna
"That's
drill
part
this
of-
out so you
Yeah.
can sip that.
breast milk tastes good. I've
They-
heard. It's sweet.
Holy Savior Menard. That's y'all's logo?
Yeah, they changed
It's
it.
not bad. It's not a
No,
bad look.
that's
Yeah.
it's a very sad eagle.
I don't mind it. It is a very pensive. The eagle's very like pensive.
That's
Yeah,
the
it does
school.
look-
Very pensive.
Yeah. That's like his 4th photo shoot of the day. He's like,
Yeah.
"Fuck, man, I just want to go home. Fuck all
That,
this."
yeah, 2A.
You got your picture? All right.
Yeah, we just
Alright.
we've been strong with the Power Cat. There are other Wildcat logos, but it's always just been the Power Cat.
There's a lot of pictures of like wild Menard stuff. Oh, yeah, fucking right.
What's he talking about?
I guess this is what it looks like, just so y'all know. I flick it off every time I drive by it. Go bird for the bird.
That's Menard?
Mm-hmm.
You hate the school?
Hate the place.
Really?
I don't like my high school either.
Really?
Yeah. But I was forced to go there. I wanted to go somewhere else.
Yeah.
So.
Well, now I understand why Lloyd is the way about me he is how I am about Central. Because I love it.
Yeah.
Like, obviously I went back to coach, but I don't know. I don't hate my school.
I would say there's probably a higher percentage of kids who don't like their high school.
I guess that is true.
Then I would say you're more in the minority of like liking your high school to that extent.
Yeah, like I still go back. Like I don't have any dog in a fight. Like with football, like I don't know any of the kids anymore because it's so young. But I still go back and watch.
Well, I would go back. I wouldn't go back to watch us play a sport. I would go back to visit like some of the teachers. Like there were some teachers that I had that were really cool. But like I wouldn't go back to watch us play. Like I cheered against us in sports, to be honest.
Yeah, no, I've gone back many times just to go watch.
Fuck yeah.
Them play, and I'm like invested. But it's like me and all my friends. Like,
yeah, I guess that's true. If you have
my
like a
buddies,
group of friends that are all
like we watch it. We'll turn on. We'll hang out on a Friday night. We'll turn the stream on of the game on TV and watch.
Well, that seems more believable. Like that, I would understand more than like actually going back. Because that's like, you're hanging out on Friday night. Oh, Central's playing. Yeah. Throw it up there. Who they got? They got some good kids this year. The guy's fucking Ginger. He's pretty good.
He's pretty good. Plays tonight.
Need a big one out of him.
Play West Washita. Little North Louisiana.
These are actually sick. Pennies.
Those are good unis.
Yeah, don't like the hat.
See, my favorite Central
Kinda
baseball
ruins it.
uni was the ones they wore in the state championship year when they won. They had like these little retro throwbacks that were pretty sick. But they've gotten worse since then.
I really think if everything else fails in my career, I could just become like a uniform designer, and I think I'd be pretty good at it. Yeah, because there's so many uniform. No, not like I.
You want me to help me design our basketball uniforms for next year?
No, basketball's not my sport. Baseball though,
baseball you can design.
I got you for sure. What's your colors?
Maroon, white, gray, black.
We can work with that.
But maroon and white's the main two.
Because there's so many uniforms I look at, and I'm just like, it really is like a fashion thing of like, what were you thinking? Like, that's horrible.
Yeah, there are some bad ones.
Lloyd's picking his nose aggressively over there.
I've never eaten a booger.
That is not true.
There's
no way you haven't.
It's just turned.
To say you lived life for 33 years and you've never done that.
That's
no
insane.
way.
I was raised to not. And like something that
you were raised to do.
If you were
not
raised
do a
to
lot
not,
of
that
things.
means you did at one point.
No, I was a good kid.
I don't
Bad
believe that at all.
adult.
You said you had a horrendous temper until age 12.
Yeah.
The story's not adding up.
You were raised to not do a lot of things that you do.
Now.
Yeah.
But now I'm too old to eat a booger. But I'm saying I had such a bad temper because I was such a perfectionist. And everything that, if I didn't get it right, it turned into how I'm supposed to be good at this.
Right.
And then I gave up, and it's been a much better life.
But to
I would like for that Lloyd to come back a handful of times.
He's been dead and gone.
That would be nice. Little perfectionist Lloyd.
Ever have one of the days you wish you would have stayed home? Sorry.
No, see, Hunter Hall, no chance Elsie's never ate a booger.
That's what I'm saying. To say never is that you're wrong.
There's no
Everyone
way
has eaten a booger.
I just didn't. I missed the boat.
There's at least one time in your life you ate a booger.
Why would
I? We're gonna put it on. That's gonna go on the wheel.
Yeah, that's
I'm
one
not
of your
against it, but it's just like I just have never done it.
Not eat a booger, eat Lloyd's booger.
Oh, but don't do it during football season. I've eaten those boogers.
See, that's the kind of booger I would want to eat.
Yeah, those I have. Like, don't waste it.
Don't
waste it.
It's money.
Don't waste it. He's cooking right now.
He is.
All right. No, you don't. I want to cook it because then you can make more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Street cred is
You'll get
worth
ready
more
for
than
some
street value.
That's true.
We'll see you guys Monday, 8 to 10 a.m. Have a good weekend.
Eat them in private. No, that is even grosser.
Go Tigers.
I'd rather eat them in public.
Go Wildcats.
Well, there was like...
Yeah, public's better than private. Why are you doing it in private?
You're a goober.